No shit.
Hightailed it out of there.
Are you crazy? Don't go between them! Go between them! Are you crazy?
That's too much hole.
Good morning. Good morning. So I got a little bit of a late start. I was trying to figure some stuff out. I actually was going to shift it over just a few minutes, but I was like, you know what? Might as well click the live button now. We'll figure this out. So we got a lot of stuff to cover today. We got new stuff in the store. I woke up freezing today, so I'm wearing some Christmas merch. So it's like that stuff's always available in the store, but it is not Christmas. This is not an old stream. I was just extremely cold today because I was supposed to wear this. One of the new tees that we got in, the Be Kind Rewind. We got this whole thing. I'm not sure what we're going to call him because apparently I don't think we can call him Smiley, but yeah, we'll figure something out. But I was like, that's the shirt I was going to wear. Got a couple of those in. I got the different colors. So that was the plan, but it didn't work out because I was extremely cold this morning. So we got some stuff to talk about there with the store, all the new merch we have. And then today is mid month. I actually, and I'm going to continue to do this every about middle of the month. We're going to do giveaways today, and we're going to do that at the end of the show. But then within the giveaway and how I'm going to do that is every month I'm going to give away two things in the middle of the month. But I like to pay it forward. So anytime I get some subscriber mail, and we're changing that. I did a whole video, did an unboxing. I got some mail. And I don't want to call it subscriber mail. I just kind of feel, I don't know, I don't like it. So I was like, we're gonna call it friend mail. So I was like, I got some mail from friends and some stuff. People bought me stuff off my wish list, and because they did that, I'm going to pay it forward. So 3 people sent me stuff. I'm gonna do 3 extra giveaways today. So we're gonna give away some mugs, some shirts, and we're gonna do that all at the end, and show off the new stuff. And then I got a question. I already asked the members. What they wanted. I did a member poll, and I got some feedback on it. But I'm also going to do it here because I got some ideas for things. We have a lot of new movies. I have the things that I'm watching today, recommendations, and yeah, a lot of stuff to get into. It's not as heavy as it has been for some of the new releases and things I'm excited for, but definitely some stuff to talk about. So good morning, everybody. And before we get super far into it and I get ahead of myself, let's say hello to everybody. So this is like, normally it's a pure white screen right now, which is crazy. Normally it's like a dark screen. I don't know if they updated the program that I use or whatever, but it's kind of jarring. It's very bright. I feel like I'm in like a clean room or something. It's like weird. I don't know. I don't like it. We have that. Good morning, Thomas. Good morning, all. Good morning, brother. Darren G, good morning. And Gaming with Juan, morning. And we got one. morning, everyone, from Michael. Well, good morning, brother. Let's start the day out right. Let's see. Where is it? They moved. They did change some stuff. All right, here we go.
Bring me everyone. What do you mean, everyone?
Everyone!
Yeah, everyone. Yes. It really is my favorite. But like I said, we will never overuse it. Once is enough every week. Let's see, Video Pro. Morning, brother. Morning, listen to you on the road to Bull Moose. Nice, in New Hampshire. Trading in some old Blu-rays and hoping to snag some good 4K discs. Nice, brother. Well, happy hunting. That's a trip that I would like to make someday. But Bull Moose is very far from where I am right now. And yeah, brother. All right, so yeah, tell me what you guys have been watching, what you're planning on watching this weekend. But these are the recommendations. This is how I start off every Saturday. Sometimes I forget, but I try to do every Saturday the movie recommendations, things that I'm watching this weekend, or just watching today specifically. And one of them came up It came up once. I don't remember if it was like I was watching somebody else's live stream and it was mentioned, but this movie came up at least twice recently, and it's one of my favorites. And so I dug it out. I was like, oh, I gotta watch this. This is just it's too fun. I love this movie. But in general, there's a it falls into like the end of spring and the summertime is usually when I watch it. But I was like, I want to watch it now because it got mentioned. I'm talking about House Sitter with Steve Martin and Goldie Hawn. If you've never seen this movie, it's just it's a classic. So they meet. There's a little one night stand thing going on, but then Steve Martin was supposed to marry this other girl. He builds her house. She decides, hey, buddy, I was like, you're not for me at all. She kind of leaves him, and then he's kind of a little bit wrecked. So then after meeting Goldie Hawn and having that ordeal, she's finds his house that he built because she remembered the story. Then she just moves into his house. Like she has no place to live, no place to stay. She meets everybody in the town. She tells everybody that they're married. And so then even his parents think that he's married to her. And it's just it's a good one. I really enjoy this one. It's definitely a not really an oddball comedy, but they don't make movies like this anymore. So this is one that I'll be watching. Absolutely love it. I love Goldie Hawn. I'll watch anything Goldie Hawn's in. And then we have the next one here that I'm watching. It's a classic. It's from the 80s. I've been watching this since I was a kid. I know I've talked about this numerous times. I don't know if I've ever talked about it here on a Saturday. I probably have. But this is one that, a huge fan. But I love physical humor, but I love sight gags. Like that's the type of stuff that, you don't really. I feel it's missing from a lot of modern cinema is just the simple sight gags, the things in the background that make you chuckle, and then also the physical comedy that's not slapsticky, I guess, the best way to say it. So Martin Short and his physical humor in here, just the way he interacts and moves and the facial movement, big fan. So Inner Space, another one. You got Meg Ryan, Dennis Quaid's in this one, and Martin Short. And so this one, you never seen this one. Dennis Quaid, he's in the military. He's part of this experiment where they're going to shrink him down and stick him in a rabbit. Somebody's trying to steal that technology, and then somehow he gets shrunk down. Instead of being stuck in a rabbit, he gets stuck in Martin Short. I absolutely love this one. High recommend. Big fan. Classic 80s and great Saturday afternoon film. But Inner Space is a high recommend. And then the next one I'm going to watch, and I don't know if I'm going to get to it today, but I'm going to try to, but if not, definitely for Sunday. And this is a movie that I saw it back. I was a little kid when I saw this, and this just happened to be on TV. And it stars, the only one I ever remember. There's, a good cast here, but the only one I ever remember is Richard Mulligan, and it's The Heavenly Kid. Now, if you've never seen this one, it opens up in the beginning. It's like takes place in the 50s, but the movie came out in the 80s, maybe early 90s, if I remember. But this one, the guy in the very beginning, he's doing this like drag race. They're going to race their cars, off the cliff, and then they're supposed to roll out of the car before it falls off the cliff. Well, in the trailer, you see that doesn't happen. He dies, and then now he comes back as a ghost to get his wings. He's got to take care of this kid who's kind of a loser, and it's an interesting one. I'm not going to spoil anything else for you, but I like this movie a lot. This is just something. It's something I grew up with. This was put out by Scorpion Films. Yeah, this came out in 1985, and I just remember seeing this on TV when I was a kid, and I looked for it for years. And then as soon as this Blu-ray was available, I had to have this day one. But huge fan, high recommend. And then let's see, what do we got here? Let's see. Gaming Luan says, I've been on a show binge. Nice. Watching a lot of Star Wars and Mandalorian right now. Nice. We get into that sometimes. I was like, some of the newer stuff I haven't been getting into, but we try some of it. But we've gone away from the binging. I mean, sometimes we still do, but we got away from the binging because I put all my shows on the Plex server, and we have more of like a planned day. So like certain days, Mondays we watch a certain show. Wednesday we watch Home Improvement and something else. Like so Tuesdays we're watching Friends and Seinfeld. So we have it set up almost like it was back in the 90s, and I just get way more fun out of that. But we do get in the binge mode sometimes. Darren G, Inner Space is a fun movie. Yes, it is. With Cap 4, yep, I got that on the docket to talk about. Docket, what the hell is this? Got that on the list to talk about here. been rewatching Hulk and Incredible Hulk. I always forget that Jennifer Connelly was paired with Eric Bana. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love Jennifer Connelly, and I don't mind that Hulk movie. I haven't been a huge fan of the big MCU and all those movies like tied together because I like some of them and I don't like some of them. You know, they're great popcorn flicks. They're great Saturday afternoon films. If you got nothing better to watch, like I've always really kind of enjoyed them. But yeah, the Jennifer Connelly one, I like that one. But yeah, we have that actually. We can talk about that right now. So this one here, and as I wanted to talk about it, so I was like, I know people are excited for this. I'm not the biggest like MCU guy, so I was like, I'll see this eventually, but I have no reason to see this in theaters. I'm not that kind of fan. Let's see, stretch that out, share this out. I like the artwork. I like the actors that are in it. It's just for whatever reason, this one just didn't suck me in. Let's see, because I remember that like storyline when I was a kid and I was buying comics in the store. Like I never really got into the Red Hulk stuff. So I don't know a lot about it either. But as we get into this, there's a comic book storyline that I wish that they would go into as we talk about this one. So this is Captain America: Brave New World. It's gonna get some 4K stuff. It's gonna get a steel book. From what there's nothing available yet, but that's all there is on Blu-ray.com. So yeah, I was like, it's fine. It really is fine. It's rated PG-13. It's just I don't know, something about this one just didn't really. I don't know, it didn't drive me to go see it in the theater. So that's one that I know a lot of people are excited for. I got a lot of buzz right now, but this is a storyline, comic book storyline that I wish that they would tackle. And I thought that they were going to originally back when Fox still owned the X-Men. And so it's this. Yeah, let's see where share screen. So this is the movie I would love for them to get or do. And it's the Apocalypse. So it's X-Men Apocalypse. So this is a future storyline where Apocalypse basically runs the world, and everything's changed up. I actually had this specific comic book I'm going to show you right now. I used to have that in my collection, but I just like it. I like everything about this storyline. And so this one here, this is the Weapon X cover, but this is Age of Apocalypse. And in this future, there's a time where the X-Men are divided, and so like they're split on the sides of good and evil, or however you look at that. And so there's a fight between Wolverine and Cyclops where Cyclops loses an eye and Wolverine loses a hand. And this entire storyline, the way their entire outfits are designed and everything. Oh, I just freaking love it. I loved reading this. It wasn't a very long storyline if I remember. I didn't think it had a lot of comics, but this is a movie that I would love to see. That would get me to the theaters. Whether it was a good movie or a bad movie, I would go see this in a heartbeat. So that's the one I would get into. But yeah, the Red Hulk thing, even from that initial announcement, I was just like, okay. But see, what do we got? Let's see. Let's see, we got that. And then Paul Pride. Nice. Hello, brother. Hello. Hello, 80s. How you doing? Nice, nice. Yeah, I'm doing great, this morning. Another Saturday morning, like always. How are you doing? And hey, you started without me. How rude. Yeah, sorry, Blue Corner. I was gonna push it back. I was running late already. Let's see, Rich. Morning, brother. Our family is looking forward to finishing Cobra Kai tonight. Nice. The new Karate Kid Legend looks really good. Yeah, I was like, my daughter's into all that stuff, so yeah, we'll probably end up seeing that one. I was like, I don't know how I feel. I've said it before. I was like the giant time gap sequels. They just haven't hit with me, and I don't know if it's like just me being old and being miserable about it, or if it is just that a lot of times when I see those time jump things, like it's the biggest thing for me is the quality of the camera that was recorded on, or the cinematography that was done back then doesn't match the new stuff, and so then it just almost takes me out. But at the same time, it also makes sense because it's 30 years later, 40 years later. So I don't know. I got mixed feelings about a lot of those films, but I hope you like it. I really do hope you enjoy that. Thomas DiCarlo. I watched Tremors. Nice. American Werewolf in London. Perfect. Heretic. That's one I still got to I got to watch that one still. Terminator 3. Oh man, Terminator 3. Like I said, I just watched that. I liked it. I didn't when it first came out, I was not a fan, but then rewatching it with my daughter, big fan, big fan. I was like, it's still the first and second are top notch for me. They're perfect. But that's a fun outing. It's a really good revisit. I'm glad she picked it up a couple weeks ago or last week or whenever it was. I was surprised how much I liked Terminator 3. Good revisit for me. Yeah, Heretic was awesome. Watch Hugh Grant was awesome. Yeah, I hear that, but I'm like, I don't think I'm an A24 guy. So I was like, I'm highly intrigued, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm already talked about that. Let's see. And Michael says, I'm watching Flow today. Can't wait. Nice, nice. Yeah, you're gonna have to let us know how that is. Let's see, or what you think of it. That's what I meant. All right, so we got right off the bat, we got some sales. I thought there was another company doing sales, but I couldn't remember it this morning. So if you guys remember, let me know because I swore there was at least two sales. But the first one here is well, the one I remembered was Shout Factory's having a Valentine's Day sale, and I just picked up a bunch of stuff in the John Carpenter birthday sale. So I don't think I need to rush into this, but there are some things that I do want to get. And there's stuff that I have on my radar here, but I was like, I don't think I'm gonna be hitting up this sale because I just got stuff in the last one. But as we got, let me share the screen before I ramble a little bit. We got that. So got the Love is Scary sale. I think that one goes on to the 24th. Let's see. 24th, share the screen. All right, so then switch this down here. There we go. All right, so we got 4Ks and Blu-rays and up to 60% off, 140 titles. So the last one, the John Carpenter sale, only covered the John Carpenter titles, but this one here covers a lot more and stuff that I would pick up. Like I would definitely pick up In the Mouth of Madness, and there's plenty of movies that I already have, and there's no reason to upgrade or double dip. But this one here, Poison Ivy, 4 films for $30. I think that's a hell of a deal when it's normally sitting around 50. I don't have it, but I was like, I also speculate that somebody else is going to be putting it out at some point. Ravenous is a high recommend. That's a wild film. I know it's not for everybody, but it's something that it just grabbed me. When I was a kid and I worked at the video rental store, I had gotten the screener tape of that, and that's just it's an interesting film. I don't revisit it often, but it's definitely worth checking out. Dawn of the Dead, I might grab because I had that on DVD, and it's one of the many that I got rid of. So I was like, that one I might pick up. Let's see. Yeah, there's a few things in here that I would have on my radar. I already have plenty of these films like Ginger Snaps and Darkman and Event Horizon. 13 Ghosts. I just picked up the VHS like last week or whatever. I just picked up the VHS recently. I just rewatched it. Love the film. So this is one for $16. I probably think I need it. It was a good revisit. So yeah, there's a few things in here. I'm not going to go over everything, but yeah, definitely check out this sale. I'm sure you're going to be able to find something you've had on your radar. This one here. This one, Brotherhood of the Wolf, was just recently gifted to me, so that was part of the friend mail that I got. And so there's a video coming out. So it'll either be out today or tomorrow for sure. I've already recorded it. It's already edited. I just got to literally hit release. So that one, I watched it last night. Now, Brotherhood of the Wolf, let me close this out. One, I appreciate it. The gift was just super awesome. So thank you very much. But the movie, I did not think it was long, so I put it in, and I put it in kind of late last night. So I ended up like going to bed. It was like after 3:30 by the time I like went to bed, and I'm like, and I got to get up and do the show. So I was like, it was like 2.5 hours long, and I didn't expect that, but it was good. It was good from start to finish. I freaking loved it. I was into it. But then as I was watching, I was like, it blends all the genres, and then it pulls elements from other werewolf films, or like there was similar themes from the Red Riding Hood story, that one with Amanda Seyfried. Is that? Yeah, I think that's her name. And so I mean, it was like they pull all. I mean, I don't think that one influenced the other. I think they just pull from the same well of information of stuff. And from what I understand, Brotherhood of the Wolf was like based on historical real events and some folklore and some other things. And so it's just the way they blended everything. I thought it was just top notch. The cinematography was on par with some of the greats that I've really enjoyed. And so just watching this is, and I think it came out in the early 2000s. So it's an older film, but man, that 4K was absolutely incredible. Completely, I would say, I was like, I don't know, I definitely wouldn't call it a reference for audio, but it's 100% a reference disc for visual. The 4K on there was top notch. The Dolby Vision was perfect. I had a really good time with that film. It's just 2.5 hours though. I should have started it way earlier. What do we got? Oh, thank you, Blue Corner 88 sale. I knew there was something. I knew there was something. Let's see if I can pull up the 88 sale. With the 88 yeah, they're having their warehouse sale, so everything is good. I got stuff in my cart. I didn't pull the trigger yet, but I was like, I know. I was like, Blue Corner's been getting on me, and I got to get these. There's definitely titles I need to get. So they're having a warehouse sale, and it's while supplies last. So once they're gone at that price. Now, and I don't think it's like they're going to go out of print, but you're just not going to get them at that price. And so they're moving to a bigger warehouse. And so this one here, let's share the screen. Yeah, this is one hell of a sale. Great deal. But I'm hoping I can get some of the things I want into into the next month's budget, which is coming up. Because as you watch the video that I'm going to put out this weekend, I did it again. I ended up picking up that Friends box set there. It was half off, so it was $200. And then the American version was like 175-ish, like around there. And then it just happened to be half off. It was like 134, and then it was like 124, and then it was $100. And I think right now there's one left for $100. That's what I saw this morning. So yeah, that one I picked it up at half off. I couldn't pass it up, and so I was like, and so I got a bunch of things. Yeah. But yeah, this one here, let's see. The warehouse moving sale, yeah. While supplies while stock lasts, everything must go. Excludes February releases. So that's the only stipulation. But there's a lot of stuff to talk about there. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Where's this? Go back to here. All right. So click on this. Is there a click? No. We have right here. You can get American Pie for $17. Let's see. What else? From Beyond, the 4K. I thought this one was sold out. So this one here for $33. Yeah, this one's sold out. This is one I'm a little disappointed with myself that I waited on. I should have grabbed it when I was talking about originally. The Blu-ray is available, but the 4K is not. And from what I hear, the 4K is incredible. Now it's a movie I haven't seen yet, so it would be a huge blind buy. But this is one. I got a few things in my cart. I'm gonna get that eventually. I know those are sold out, but I'll look for it on eBay. Yeah, I've got a few things under my radar. A lot of Asian cinema, and let's see, Dragon Fist. I'm into that. It's like I don't think Blue Corner wants me to get one of them. There's one that I wanted. He's like switch it out for something else. So that might have been the one. But yeah, there's a few things in here. A lot of stuff selling out right now. Barfly, actually, that's a really good movie, and that was put out by Imprint as well. I think that the Imprint version's all sold out, but for $12, Barfly is a pretty good watch there. A lot of naked stuff, and then this one here. Now, for $3, I don't think you go wrong. But this one, every time I saw the movie poster, now I have yet to ever see this movie, but anytime I ever saw the movie poster, I was because Jackie Chan did that movie with Jennifer Love Hewitt, Tuxedo. And I always saw the movie poster and was like, oh, they did another movie together. And it's totally not Jennifer Love Hewitt. So for $3, I might just throw it in there, understanding that it's probably not a good movie. So yeah, definitely check out the 88 film sale for sure. John McCord, morning 80s. Watch John Carpenter's Vampires 4K. Still holds up to Ghost of Mars next. Nice. So I was like, I didn't pick up the 4K, but I love John Carpenter's Vampires. I have the indicator version, and that's where I'm at. I've close to 3,000 movies. Even I double checked. After getting rid of all of my DVDs, which it was about 500 when I went through and I finished scanning. Now I still have several boxes of VHS tapes in this closet, and then there's a shelf of movies in front of the closet. So we're moving, and some of the stuff got packed up. But right now it says I have 2,630 movies in the house, and that's not including what's in that closet because I never got to scan those. So yeah, that's after getting rid of the 500 DVDs. So yeah, I was like, I don't. a good 4K is great, but I was like, if I have the Blu-ray, it looks really good. I'm not going to upgrade everything. There's just no way. There's no way. I was like, the library that I have, like I can't even really watch everything all the time, and so to try to worry about upgrading everything, I really can't. I have the 4K, or I have the Blu-ray. I think it's top notch. It's a beautiful image. The movie's fun, but I was like, my rule of thumb now is it has to be one of my all-time favorite movies. It hits my top 25, or the Blu-ray looked horrible, or I don't have it at all. That's the only way that I'm getting like the 4K. Other than that, double dips have to be on sale. It has to really be on sale, just because like uh, you could go out of control very quickly just trying to upgrade things for a very small quality jump. And so there's some stuff, and there's one actually I'm talking about today, and I am going to upgrade it for a few reasons. But then there is some extra features, and I'm a big fanboy, so we're going to talk about that. That's actually in the list of things that were announced. Oh, Vinegar Syndrome's also having a sale. Nice. I was like, maybe that's what I was thinking of. Because when you said the 88 films, I remembered that, but I was like, that didn't feel like the one I was thinking of. Vinegar Syndrome. Yeah, and that VSU is on sale too. That new Virtuosity. So I noticed that one. Let's see, the V-Day sale. All right, here we go. Let's share the screen. I got stuff in that cart too. I'm always getting stuff in carts. All right, share the screen. All right, so yeah, there's definitely some stuff to look at here. Now, obviously, we've talked about before. Like, I can't get everything from Vinegar Syndrome. I have a very small collection, but I was like, Alien from LA. I freaking love this movie. It's $17. I don't think you can go wrong. It's definitely a B movie. It's not for everybody. I think the poster art is a million times better than the movie. But yeah, this is one that I really enjoyed it. So you got Kathy Ireland. She's got that, Kathy Ireland mousy voice. She's trying to look for her dad. She goes in the center of the earth. She finds mole people underground. It's an interesting film. Interesting film. And yeah, she's the alien, which is why it's kind of funny. But yeah, complete 80s film. And then there's a sequel that has her listed, but as I watch I can't remember her being in the sequel, and the sequel is not good at all. So I was like, she's still credited, and then it's supposed to take place. I'm pretty sure after. I don't think it's a prequel. I think it's 100% a sequel, but it's supposed to take place in this world, and then she's listed on the IMDb page. But I've seen the movie once, and then there was a second time when I was trying to like find her, and I was just skimming through it. I couldn't find it, so I was like, it says she's there, but she is in this one. It's like I said, it's not a great film, but it's fun, definitely fun. This one here, Best Friends, I have that one as well. Let's see. Yeah, there's some things in here. This one here is one I got suckered in by the art. I didn't really like it. So Count Dracula's Great Love. I love the art. I love vampire flicks. I ended up not loving that one. But Daryl's one I probably should try to pick up. It's been a long time since I've revisited that one. You know what? I don't think I've seen Daryl. That's the thing. I don't think I've seen Daryl, which is why I still haven't grabbed it. But that's one I'm interested in. I think it's right up my alley. So yeah, there's some stuff here. Definitely check out the Vinegar Syndrome V-Day sale. Obviously, there's some stuff for some people. Some of these cinematograph stuff, getting it on sale would be a great deal. I like that a little bit more, it seems like. But yeah, there's all kinds of stuff to choose from. I think Vinegar Syndrome has a little bit of something for everybody, for sure. What do we got? Let's see. Thomas says, I don't think I'm going to get anything on the sale next week. There's a few things that came in from Shout Valentine's Day. Nice. Glad you got some of those Valentine's Day sales. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to hold off as well. So I was like, the 88 films is the only one that I want to get some stuff from, that I have a high on my radar. The Virtuosity one too. I want to get that Vinegar Syndrome, that VSU box. And I was like, there's over 2,000 of them right now. The sale isn't huge, so it's not like I feel obligated to get it. I really want it, but at the same time, if I miss out on it, it's not that big of a deal. It's not. I wouldn't try to overpay and get the out of print crazy eBay price after the fact if it ever sold out and I missed out on it. I would be happy with a standard Blu-ray. I had the DVD and I rewatched it every couple of years, but I was like the special effects in there were early CGI special effects. I can't imagine that they look phenomenal in 4K. And so I was like, I don't think I'd be really missing out. More than anything, I'd be missing out in having that cool package design for, a cult movie. Let's see. Gaming with Juan. I'm gonna get the Ring collection. Great franchise. Nice, nice. It's a good collection. I've only ever seen the first one, and I was like, it was years before I could rewatch it because I'm telling you, I was like, I don't know if it was just the fact that I love movies and I'm always watching TV, but when she climbs out of the TV, that scared the living hell out of me. And then I had the VH, I have it on VHS. I don't have it on any other format, and I had it wrapped up, sealed. I never opened it, and then I finally opened it up this year or last year, like the end of last year. I opened it up. I finally rewatched it. I was editing a video here. I had it playing here, and I even made sure to like stop what I was doing to watch that scene. And it was fine. It's just like, I don't know, for whatever reason at the time when I saw it, it scared the hell out of me. But then I think over the years I amped it up and I put it on this like pedestal or something. So like it was more scary in my head. And so I was like, I get it, but I was like, it just freaked the hell out of me. And I didn't want to revisit it anytime soon. But then I did revisit it, and I was like, I'm just a goofy bitch. Let's see. What do we got? Oh my God. Brotherhood of the Wolf, Mark Dacascos. Yes. It was a good film. Good film. Big fan. Yeah, Mark. I was like, I have two Mark films now, and yeah, for somebody who didn't know who he was just the other day, I was like, starting a nice collection. It's like, thanks, guys. And let's see. Paul says, I'm doing okay. Watching your old live episodes. Fun to see another collector on his way and his way of thinking and collecting. Nice, nice, awesome, brother. Thank you. Yeah, I was like, that's why I do it. I was like, it's like a TV show. Just go back and watch the old ones, always catch up. And it's because it's, I mean, I do talk about what's coming out and like that's good for reference, but I was like, I try to make it as fun and try to add other things into the conversation too. Let's see, what do we got? Thomas says, there's also some things on sale, the full moon features, if anyone is a fan. Yeah. Check out that. Because the Puppet Master, I think, was half off. Like if the Puppet Master box set was 120, and I think it's now $60. That's something I would definitely check out. Rich says, my favorite 4K is still the Blues Brothers. Nice. The sound and picture quality truly make me feel like I'm watching it in theater. Nice. That's one. Let's see. I know I had it at some point. Let me see. I think I had that one in Steelbook. So when I got rid of my Steelbooks, I don't know if I've actually replaced that one yet. So let me just double check, because that is one that I would like to revisit it soon. It's been a while, but yeah, it was like I got rid of most of my Steelbooks if it didn't make my top 25 or one of my all-time favorite films. And I was like, I love Blues Brothers, don't get me wrong, but I was like, one, I never liked the Steelbook. Two, I picked it up on clearance, so I think I paid like $7 or $8 for it. Like it was definitely a cheap buy. And so when I traded it in, I got close to that for the trade-in value, and then I'm looking for it. Let's see, Blues Brothers. No, it's one I have to add soon. So yeah, I'll probably pick up that 4K. Nice. Michael says, I love the medallion. Very fun watch. Nice. Okay, I'll check for $3. I don't think you can go wrong. So yeah, I'll probably pull trigger on that 88 films. Hopefully I can get it soon. Really like Factotum, another film about Bukowski. Don't think it's on Blu-ray or 4K. Oh, okay. Check that out. Blue Corner says, ha ha ha, Alien from LA is in my for sale pile. Yeah, I was like, I know. I was like, you and I. So we have some crossover, but I was like, I love that film. I just think it's schlocky, fun Saturday afternoon stuff. And it's one of the few, and it's like right there. That entire section is my Vinegar Syndrome section. And so like I don't have many of those films, and Alien from LA is one of them. Oh, what's up, Morning Chase? Virtuosity 4K looks way better than I expected with the FX. Okay, I mean, I really want to get that VSU unit, but I was like, I just had that same thought. It's like, but I was like, I'll try to get that one now. I hope I get it. Let's see. Oh, we got that. Nice. All right, so we got those things, and then got the sales. Then this is a show I absolutely love. I've been talking about it, for years. Maybe not here for years because it just came back. So the Dexter show, they had the revival series. Now the last one I was not a fan of. The other one just ended, so I'm not going to go into all this. I'm not going to talk about the show today, but because it's about physical media and getting the stuff. But I watched the show, and I expect a physical media release. I expect a Blu-ray or 4K. They've always done it with Dexter. Now there's a potential that they might not, but then there's another show coming out in June. So there's this one called Dexter Original Sin. It just wrapped up, 10 episodes, and compared to the last one they did, the what was it called, New Blood, Dexter New Blood, I was not a fan of that. I thought that was a horrible show. I didn't think it was well put together at all, and even how it ended. Like if you like the ending, you don't like the ending. I just was not into that show. I thought that show was a mess all over the place. There was things that just didn't make sense, plot holes. It felt very rushed. The characters didn't feel like the characters. Like so, there was a lot of stuff going on with that one that I didn't like. They revived this one that makes that show canon, so they're including that, and so they revived it, and now this one here I felt was extremely safe. There is some plot holes in it if you actually break it down and you're into the show. Oh, I should probably share the screen while I'm talking about this. So, but I expect a physical media release, and I fact, they did one. They did one with the New Blood series. They repackaged it. They redid it. Dexter's had some interesting packaging throughout the years, and interesting box sets and stuff. So I was like, I would like something like that. But the last one they did was a very simple, plain box. And so this one, I thought the show was fine. The ending, I thought it was fine. It's a little in the beginning. It ties the previous show, New Blood, and so I'm not giving any spoilers away, but it ties that in. And so then it goes into him being a younger person and growing up into becoming who he is. And then at the end, it doesn't really tie back into what happened from that other show. It just kind of ends on the note of you saw him, and that's where he gets his start basically. And then there's this new show coming out in June, and that one's called Dexter Resurrection. And we're supposed to, it's like a revival. I don't know if it's going to get one season or if it's going to be an ongoing show, but from everything I understand, it's going to just do a new take into what we love as as Dexter fans. And I understand not everybody's a Dexter fan, but I am. I'm a huge Dexter fan. And that original show, the first 4 seasons, I think, are perfect. I think they're top notch. And I mean, the other seasons are okay. I watch them all, but the first 4 are perfect. The 4th season with John Lithgow is the very best season. Let's see. So this one here, I think it's June 25th. Or no, June of this year is what it says. So that's a new thing, and it does include Peter Dinklage. Oh, maybe I should share the screen. Haha. All right, so you got Michael C. Hall reprising his role as Dexter, obviously. Uma Thurman's in this one. You got some of the original cast, David Zayas. But then you have Peter Dinklage. You got James Remar as reprising his role as Dexter's father, who we see him as a ghost. But then Jack Alcott, who was Dexter's son in Dexter New Blood, is also reprising his role. So there's something to look at here, but I don't know. I did not like New Blood, but this one here that I just finished up, I thought it was fine. I thought it was safe. If you're a Dexter fan, if you haven't checked it out yet, it's worth watching. It's fun enough, but at the same time, like it just feels very safe, and it feels like it was just a knee-jerk reaction to the backlash of the fans on the previous show. And at the time when they made that previous show, they were saying this is it, this is done, this is the way it's going to be. And obviously they were hurt by the fans, like money wise. Like people didn't watch the show, people were very upset, and so they've made 2. They spent a lot of money to make 2 after they were 100% saying it was done. So that's how I feel about that. Now this one here, another movie here in theaters, something I'm actually really excited for. But as I saw this trailer and I got excited for this movie, I just want to go back and watch Monkey Shines. So it's like I'm pretty sure they're not the same thing or similar in any fashion, but it just wanted to make me watch some of the old monkey horror movies and slashers and stuff. So let's see. This one, it's called The Monkey, and the Stephen King film. And you have a lot of people in here. You have Elijah Wood. I don't remember everybody who's in this one, but this one, the trailer, check it out for yourself. I kind of was into this. It's I don't know, it's one of the few modern films. I don't expect it to be great, but at the same time, like, it just kind of feels like some of the cult slasher type films, like the more obscure ones that I would have been finding back in the day. This is a movie that if this came out in the 80s, I don't think a ton of people would be talking about it today, but I think it would come up. And just based on from what I saw from the trailer, like this could be absolute trash. This could be, horror. So I don't know anything about it, but in watching the trailer, I just feel that this would have been a movie that I found as a hidden gem, and I would have been telling everybody, "Oh, you got to check this out," and nobody would have been hearing about it. And it feels like it would have fallen into that category for me. So I liked it. I was interested, but I definitely want to rewatch Link now, and then I want to rewatch Monkey Shines, and there's like a couple other ones I want to check out. But yeah, that one piqued my interest a little bit. There's that. And then this conversation about Christopher Nolan and the Odyssey. We're going to talk about that because you know how I feel about Christopher Nolan. But there's a huge star-studded cast, and that could go either way. And so I was like, yeah, I don't know how you guys feel about that one, but I'm excited, but then I'm on the fence. Like I'm very like it's one of those like cautious excitements. I was just like, maybe I'll go see it, maybe I won't. But I liked like modern epics like Troy. I really enjoyed that, and I kind of expect that. And then Christopher Nolan, the way he does like his special effects, and from what I was reading, there's supposed to be this like giant puppet animatronic type Cyclops. So yeah, I'm very interested in that, and I was like, it just goes to everyone who loves Christopher Nolan. If Christopher Nolan made a movie like Jurassic Park, and like it's just like I guess I could really get on board with this one. But yeah, it's a huge star-studded cast, and that could always go either way. I was like, it's a big overblown budget because you got big paychecks, and then you have like differences. So like everybody's going to act differently, but then you have so many people in this cast that are generally stars or generally the star of the film. And so then you have maybe egos mashing. And I think Christopher Nolan could really do a good job at kind of controlling that and putting out a really good film. But the thing is, like, those big giant star-studded casts, like they almost always seem like spectacle movies that get really pushed out there and then almost always forgotten about. Like any of those like giant ones. And so it's just like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of excited. Kind of excited. More Chris. More. Sith the Brick. Looking forward to Constantine and War of Rohirrim release on Tuesday. Nice. See, I'm not getting my Constantine until later because I pre-ordered the UK box set, and I'm pretty sure it gets released in March. So I was like, I have to double check on it. Maybe it's coming sooner. Maybe it's coming, but it's on. I ordered it through Amazon UK. But yeah, that's one I'm really looking forward to, but I'm probably not going to get mine for a while. Yeah, Dexter New Blood was a mess. I was not a fan. Morning, morning, John Doe Juggalo. Morning, Jeff. Morning, Chris. Sorry, I only pop on today, and the wife got away to Asheville this morning. About to hit the hard eye. Oh, nice. Check that out. And then it's off to Orbit and Great Stream. All right, brother. You have a good trip. Enjoy it, and good hunting. Good hunting. Let's see. Thomas agreed. Season 4 is where Dexter peaked. I love season 4. I was like, John Lithgow just added such a huge element to that whole show. And I was like, from there, like you ask yourself, you're like, where do you go? And I was like, I don't remember at the time when that show came out. I don't know if that was affected because of the whole writer strike, the first writer strike that happened in the early 2000s. So I don't know if that was one that was affected by it, but it just seemed like after 4 and it ends at the season finale and you're just like, oh my god, where do you go from here? And then it picks up again. I was super stoked about it, and through every single season, even though they progressively weren't getting better, I was still getting excited every time a new season would drop. I'm like, oh my god, Dexter's coming back. I would get excited. I remember being on the ship, and then I remember stopping. I had saved it on my phone. I recorded it, and we were underway. And so we were out in the middle of the ocean. There's no internet. There's no nothing that I can get on my phone. And I was like, I remember there was this other guy that I didn't see him that often, but I remember he was always into Dexter too. And so I was like, oh bro, did you see this thing? I stopped him in the P-way and I was like, you got to check this out. I pull out my phone. We're sitting there watching the trailer for Dexter. Like, it's just like, it was just like kids. So I was like, yeah, it's something I used to really get into. But then after it came out, it just felt like it was a whole entire shift, like almost like an entire new crew. It was like the same actors, but then it was like a whole new crew was in charge of the writing and the directing and the way the cinematography was. Like it just almost everything about the show felt different. Yeah, peak, 100%. Let's see. Chris Uma Thurman, aka Poison Ivy from Batman and Robin, and Beatrice Kiddo from Kill Bill. Yeah, Uma Thurman, you can't go wrong there. Oh, and speaking of Uma Thurman, her kid, what's her name? I think Maya Hawke. Her kid, yeah, with Ethan Hawke there. I watched something. She was talking about how a lot of the newer movies aren't getting greenlit unless you have a huge Instagram following. So the studios are wanting to hire actors and actresses based on their Instagram following, and they're not going to greenlight movies, and they're not going to approve cast if they don't have a giant Instagram following. And she was having this conversation about how it's not about merit and it's not about acting. And then, we've had this conversation for a long time. There's plenty of actors that got roles that you're like, how is this person getting a paycheck? Like there's definitely some actors that are like, a doorknob can do a better job. But then she was saying she's struggling in the industry now and having this question of it's about popularity and not about acting merit. And I was like, that's a dilemma I think that I've been talking about for a long time, and I'm sure many other people have as well. But it was just interesting. I saw that this morning, and I should have grabbed the clip. But there's a clip on there. If you just type in Maya Hawke Instagram, it'll come up, and she has this whole conversation about it because she was actually saying she's kind of done with social media and she wanted to delete it. But then other people in her circle were saying absolutely not, because the studios won't deal with you now. It's all about your Instagram following, which I think it's a crazy concept to me. Crazy concept. Morning, brother. What's up, everybody? Nice. Yeah, happy Saturday indeed. I've been fine just at my mom's. Oh, okay, brother. All right, well, yeah, well, take care, brother. Let's see. Oh, what's up, Garrett? What's up, brother? What up, dude? Thanks for hanging out last night. Oh yeah, I was like, Garrett always puts on a great show. And it was just like I happened to be awake, and it just popped in. It just worked out. But great show, great topic. And if you didn't catch that live stream he did last night, catch it on the rewatch. It was about 10 obscure, I guess not really obscure, but 10 underrated comedies from the 2000s, like where it was like really at the peak of comedy and how it changed. Some great ones in there, some great suggestions. And from that stream, I bought two movies. There was one that I had never heard about before, but then the other one I bought, and it was like I think it's out of print. It was at the higher price, so I got one on Amazon like right away. It was not another teen movie, so I got that one. I didn't have it in the collection. I've seen it a bunch of times, but that's one he brought it up. I had to get it right away. And then this other one, I never heard of it. I completely missed out on it. I think it's also out of print. I couldn't find a new copy at all. The Amazon prices were expensive on it, but the eBay price, I got it for $6 on eBay. So that was where I got it, but I don't remember what it's called now. Let's see. I just ordered it last night, but yeah, it was like it said the premise sounded great. He recommended it, and so far I was like, I try to check out everything that gets recommended, but very rarely do I like jump right away. Like somebody, like especially like in a live stream, somebody's like, "Oh, you got to check this out," and I'm like, "Oh, I got to watch it," and it's happened quite a few times. Anytime Garrett does a live stream. Let's see. All right, so it's Take Me Home Tonight. Take Me Home Tonight was something, I think it's out of print. It seemed like it was kind of expensive on Amazon, but I ended up getting it for $6.42 free shipping on eBay, where I think they were all used, and I think they were in the 25 to closer to $30 range on Amazon or not available. So yeah, that was awesome. Ben Murray, why the F is American Pie the wedding not getting a 4K? Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna talk about that. I got some stuff. I was like, I love the artwork for that first American Pie that's coming out of 88 Films, but this other stuff, I was like, I get that it all ties in and keeping the aesthetic. I totally get it, but I was like, I don't know if I love all that artwork. but I'm not also the biggest American Pie fan. Now, there's definitely some that I like better than others. I think Reunion's top notch. I think Wedding's fun, but the first one is the only one that I ever really had in my collection for the longest time on Blu-ray, and I had the second one on DVD, and then it was just a few months ago, like maybe 6 or 7 months ago, I finally grabbed that 4 pack Blu-ray that they put out. So I just finally got all the rest of those. And so I was like, I don't know if I need all these, but I kind of am getting a little FOMO now, and I think I should. But I honestly think I'm really only into one 100%. What do we got? Game of One. When do you think the franchise is good to stop? Example: Jurassic Park series for me is overrated. 100%. I was like, I have the Jurassic Park back there. It lives and dies with the first two. I like the third one, kinda. I don't even think I have the third one anymore. Maybe it's on VHS, but then the first two are really it. I have the newer ones, but then I didn't even get the last one that came out. I was like, I just didn't like it. Dominion, I think that's what it was called. I just didn't like it. So I was like, I get they're going to keep cranking this stuff out. People are going to like them. There's going to be weaker versions in the bunch for some people. The only reason I have some of those newer ones is my younger kids. They love that stuff. But for me, I'm out on it. There's tons of movies that I think one and done was fine. Like, this might be a hot take, but there's tons of slasher films that I love, and I only ever had the first movie because that I thought was the best. And while I saw all the rest, and I would go to the theater when they would come out, I just never saw a reason to own them unless there's like a big box set. And then I like to revisit them that way. But even in there, there's going to be ones that I don't like as much as the other ones. And so I don't know. A lot of times, honestly, I think one and done movies, I think we should have more of those than these big franchises. Seriously. Deadlifting Beast, morning. Question: I'm getting a 4K player. What player do you recommend region free? Now, it all depends on how you want to do it, brother. I was like, I've got the Sony and I've got the Panasonic, the ones that people say, everybody's going to tell you whatever they bought is the one to go with. Now, I bought both, and so I got the Sony 800 MX2 and I got the Panasonic UB 9000, and I like them both. I think they both have their benefits, but then they have some drawbacks. Now, if you go with the Sony, if you want to watch something on Dolby Vision, you have to go into the setting every single time with the tray ejected before you actually watch the film. You have to go into the setting every single time, and you have to turn off your HDR setting, and you have to turn on Dolby Vision. So for some people, that's kind of a pain. For other people, they didn't even know that that was an actual thing. And so when it tries to force HDR on a film, when it has the Dolby Vision, sometimes it could be a little wonky. Or if you leave the Dolby Vision on and you put in a non-Dolby Vision movie, it can be a little wonky. It can be like a little off. And again, some people might not even notice that. And then my Panasonic, that's automatic. So once you go into the settings and you set it up for having Dolby Vision on, no matter what film I put in, if it has HDR or Dolby Vision, it kind of switches between the two. And the discs that have both, it always pushes the Dolby Vision, and so you can always turn it off if you want to. But realistically, it all depends. If you have a ton of region locked movies that you want to get into, and you're just watching a ton of region locked ones, I would get a more expensive player. But if you just have a few that you want to just watch and they're not like huge ridiculous surround sound movies or like whatever, the cheap $100 Sony is perfect for a region free Blu-ray player. I'm honestly, it really depends. But I was like, if you're going with the Sony or the Panasonic, I don't think you can go wrong. It's just realistically, if you just know that the Sony, you got to go in and change the settings. Garrett says, it's funny that you say that about Hollywood and following the social media, because I have 20 years experience in fitness and personal training and fitness coaching, and they're doing that too. Yeah. It's crazy how that's what it is, but it's the person. It's the person's personality as opposed to their acting. It's a crazy concept, and it's same thing. And now like you said, in other industries, crazy, crazy, crazy. Got that. Let's dive into some of the stuff. So we talked about the sales. We talked about the movies that are coming out. So this first one here, this is a movie that it's been out before. So this is not a first time on 4K here. And we're talking about A Clockwork Orange. is getting a new release March 31st. I mean, the artwork's great. We've seen this in pretty much every iteration of the artwork has been some form of this. So it's nothing new, but if you're a big Steelbook fan, there's a UK release coming. Let's see. So it's pretty sharp. I only have this film on VHS, so I don't know. I definitely don't think I need it. I do not revisit this movie all that often. But if it ever was on sale, I would maybe pick it up in the $10, $15 range. But it's a movie that I think I might revisit this like every 5 or 6 years. Like it definitely does not get a ton of rewatches. And then there's no one in the house that's going to appreciate. My wife will never watch this film. I'm not going to watch this with my kids, obviously. So yeah, I don't think I need it, but there's huge fans of the film, and this is one of the ones that I'm pretty sure Once Upon a Time was banned and or heavily edited. But it was a very controversial film at the time, and you can get it now. So that would be a reason to have it, I guess. But yeah, it's not a must for me, not a day one. But I know some people were getting the buzz, and it does get released in March. Let's see, we got that one. And then in May's got some Criterion stuff. Now, out of all the stuff here, I was only familiar with the Three Musketeers, the Four Musketeers movie here, but none of the rest. And so I was like, Criterion, sometimes they're hit or miss for me, where I'm familiar with them or I'm interested, but none of these were really on my radar. Let's see, we got this. So we got these here. And let's see. So this one, the Three Musketeers, Four Musketeers, it's a fun adventure film. It's not a bad film at all. I don't know if I need this one, but you got a great cast. Raquel Welch. I mean, that might probably just get me to get it. Christopher Lee. Yeah, you know what? I think I need to rewatch this one. Faye Dunaway, Charlton Heston. Yeah, yeah. This is probably. I don't need it. I definitely don't need it day one. This is something I'm going to wait on for sure. But it comes out in May. It depends. It depends on what's going on in May, what else is getting released. This might be a pickup for me. I remember liking it. That's the issue. I do remember liking it. There's been a ton of Musketeers films, and it looks like there's a Blu-ray and a 4K version of this. And then there's this one. This one here. This one gets recommended. This is something I'm sure a lot of people are excited about. Whitnell and I, it's one I've never seen, but it definitely has come up quite a bit. It's been recommended to me at least 3 or 4 times recently. It has definitely come up in conversation. So I'm familiar with it a little bit, but I have not even watched the trailer yet. The artwork on there is pretty interesting, definitely intriguing. It would get me to pick this up and look at it on the shelf, and it has a very similar vibe to the Fear and Loathing artwork. So I was like, I'm not sure what this one's about, but came out in 1987. It's worth checking out, I think. At least checking out the trailer. Let's see. Am I going to read that? It takes place at the end of the 60s. Okay. Yeah, definitely worth checking out. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one. Oh, I closed out the wrong screen. All right, let's see. Got that. Let's see. Ben says, oh, they're having a conversation. All right, sweet. All right, let's see. Brett Madison, morning, brother. Paddington 3 was fun, consistent with the first two. Nice. We still haven't seen the second one because we had the first one. I liked it. My kids liked it. But then my youngest is in this like kind of an attitude mood where if she just looks at something wrong, she's not into it at all. And then it's, she's right, you're wrong. Like last night I made dinner and it was the same kind of thing. Like she wouldn't eat it. She wasn't a fan. I said, well, that's what you're having because I'm not making anything else. I'm tired. I'm not doing it. And then she ate half of it and then she goes, okay, it's okay. You must have did something because all of a sudden it's really good now. So it's like, okay. So it's been the same kind of thing with movies. So we haven't seen Paddington 2. But then she kind of got excited about 3. So I think I'm gonna get Paddington 2. I'm just gonna pop it in and watch it, and then she'll pull one of those, oh, what are you watching? And sit down kind of things. So we might check it out that way. But then at the same time, if she doesn't like it, and then I'm stuck watching a kid's family movie, I'm gonna be like, oh man. But yeah, now that you said it was fun, I was like, I'll definitely grab that sooner than later. All right, Paul says you probably want to check out the director Albert Pine. Made a lot of good, bad movies from Alien from LA, Cyborg. Yeah, I've seen Cyborg. Yeah, yeah. Nemesis, the Sword and Sorcerer. Yeah, I just picked up Sword and Sorcerer. I like that. I was like, but that's one that I wish I had seen when I was a kid instead of now. Because even though I liked it, I didn't have a connection that I had with a lot of the films similar to that one. But yeah, I'll check out some of those other ones. Yeah, good. Best Friend's Girl. Oh, that's top notch, brother. So that one, I have the Blu-ray. So that one, I had the DVD, and then it was one of those ones. I was like, I happened to be at a thrift store. There was a Blu-ray. I had to grab it. I was like, I got to upgrade this, and so yeah, that one top notch. Best Friend's Girl. The kid from so you got Dane Cook in that one, and the kid from American Pie. American Pie. The kid's in that. So yeah, that's a good one. I was like, I liked peak Dane Cook. I was like, I don't know if like he was in a bunch of stuff now, I'd be like super into it. But Employee of the Month it's probably one of my guilty pleasure movies. I freaking watch that movie a lot. And my youngest daughter, it's one of her favorite movies. We're watching Employee of the Month at least once a month, minimum. Like because like I'm watching it, or she's watching it, or we're both watching it, and it's just a good go-to movie. But yeah, I was like, I do like the other one, but it's just that one's not appropriate for my kid. Video Pro, Orca, Cujo, nice, and Carrie acquired, nice. My first in a long time buying movies in a store, nice. Those are good pickups, those are real good pickups. What Carrie, the new one or the old one? I've got both. I was like, I like them both for what they are, but I was like, the first one is superior, I think. Agree completely. Some of these franchises have been way over the top and unnecessary. 100%. 100%. This one here, Ben Murray. I just wish someone would put Flubber out on Blu-ray. You and me both. I love that movie, and it's one of the we implemented this Disney Sunday movie. So back in the day, 80s and 90s, they would do 8 o'clock on Sundays. They'd have some kind of Disney movie on ABC, and we brought back TGIF and a bunch of other kind of shows like that, and we just watch them, and we do that kind of schedule. But every Sunday, no matter what we've done for the past, I think about 4 years, we're knocking out any of the live action Disney movies, and then we've expanded it to like Touchstone and anything Disney kind of owns. We'll watch them, and then that one, Flubber's one that comes up all the time. Captain Ron comes up all the time, but there's also a ton of the back catalog stuff that never even got a DVD, and so we even have some of those old VHS that we're watching those too. But yeah, Flubber would be a day one purchase. And when you talk about merchandising, why was that robot, like the floating robot, why was that never a toy or something? And especially now that they have like the Roombas and they have the drones, like somebody should capitalize on that. I know it would be crazy expensive, but as like a collector, I'd put that damn thing on the shelf. 100%. Now, what do we got? Whitnall and I is an absolute favorite of mine. Okay, yeah. I was like, I don't know if you were the one, but there's been a couple people I'll check it out for sure, for sure. It's an odd release because Arrow has it. Has Arrow has had that one out for a while. Okay, let's see. And morning, Jamie Hart. Morning. Uh, I'll have more conversation. Yeah, the original. That's I'm telling you, that's the superior one. Big fan. And Jeff, good morning. Hello from Pennsylvania. Found your channel, subscribed. Awesome. Appreciate it. I am a movie buff, and I keep up the good work. Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you. Every day, every day. I've been a movie fan my whole life, but I've been buying and collecting movies for since I was 16. So the late 90s. So I've got 27 years under my belt, and yeah, just huge fan of movies. I've had a bunch of different formats, and I still have some VHS and DVD. But yeah, big movie fan, big fan. But yeah, I appreciate it. We got that Criterion stuff, the Severin stuff. Now we don't normally get a lot of Severin stuff that I'm into, that I'm personally into. And so it's like the same thing. I don't think this list, nothing really stands out to me. Now I'm always intrigued. I'm always willing to watch anything. So I'll give something a watch once, but I was like, I don't know if I need to buy any of these films because I don't think they're for me at all. But they're always worth talking about because there's huge fans of every genre. And this one is no different. So we have the Severin announcements. I was like, the one that came up yesterday. So there's a group chat I'm involved in, and they were talking about this. Now, a lot of those guys are horror hounds. I'm not a horror hound. I like some horror films. I like slashers, but I think I have like more of a mainstream love for those than, or like a average guy kind of love for those. Where these guys seem to have way more knowledge and they're super heavy into it. And so this is one that came up. It was never on my radar, but they're all like, "Oh yeah, yeah, that's a great film." So this one, let me share the screen. So it's In My Skin is the movie they were talking about, but the Severin announcements, In My Skin, and then this one here. Let's see, what is that called? In My Skin, and then it's Entertaining Mr. Sloan and House of the Psychotic Woman, Rarities Collection Volume 2. So those things are coming out. So it's a nice big box set of Volume 2. That's something that's probably going to pique quite a few people's interest, especially anybody that picked up Volume 1. Again, I don't think anything on here is for me, but I'm always willing to try it. The movies are from 1959 all the way to 1994. So you have a nice little collection there of movies from different eras, which that I do like. I like a lot of stuff from definitely like the 50s, 60s, and 70s. I'd like to get a lot more of that in my collection. Big fan. This one here, Entertaining Mr. Sloan. Another one. I'm not familiar with it, but just the imagery on the cover, I could imagine what this is. It is from the 70s, so it's probably one of those exploitation films. You might want to check that out on your own if you're interested, because it's like I'm not sure what that one is, but this is the one that it came up in conversation yesterday, and people said it was fantastic. This is from 2002. Just by the cover alone, it's probably not a me movie. I don't know what it's about. Worth checking out, though, I guess. And it has, let's see, does it have anything? A woman grows increasingly fascinated with her body after suffering a disfiguring accident. And then in this other cover, she's biting her own arm. I'm not going to click on that, but yeah, that's something. If that's for you, definitely check those things out. See, Adolfo Rivera, Warner Brother. Severin doesn't release a lot of 4Ks during the first half of the year. No, not usually. And like it always seems like January, February are usually like really great with announcements, and then it just kind of fizzles out, and then all of a sudden it ramps up again. So I think we're starting to get into the fizzling out period, and I expect a lot more sales coming up. That seems to always be the thing. We got that Severin. Let's see. This one here, I watched the trailer of this one, and it's called A Night's War. It seems pretty interesting. It's a newer film that came out in 2024. It's got some, not necessarily, I wouldn't say sword and sorcery, but I mean, maybe it did. It had some like supernatural stuff going on, feels like. So it's like if it had a sword and sorcery kind of vibe, but more supernatural as opposed to like wizards, I guess, if that makes sense. Let's see. So this one here, yeah, I watched the trailer. I was kind of into it, but then at the same time, like it wasn't high on my list. This would be just from the trailer alone. It would be if back in the day, if I was flipping the channels on cable and I would stop on this one. That's where I'd be with it. I like the artwork. I like some of the new artwork that's popping up on a lot of these films. For just the cover art on the Blu-rays, I think is top notch. They're leaning more into what they used to do. Now, these are still not painted movie posters like they used to do, but it's more in line with that and definitely intriguing. So just on the cover art alone, this is what would get me to pick it up off the shelf in the video rental store and then just read the back, and then maybe I would want to get it. So I do like what they're doing there. But then, like I said, this is probably not a day one. Oh, I can't click on that option. Let's see. At $20, I think it's a good price point for a brand new Blu-ray coming out. It's coming out in April. But yeah, definitely, if you're into any of that stuff, it's got that high fantasy vibe to it. A knight fueled by his desire for glory follows a mysterious woman to a demonic realm to return alive to their world. They must work together. However, tempting godly powers threaten to stand between them. So yeah, that's something. It's intriguing enough. Intriguing enough. That's more up my alley. I like that. I guess more in my wheelhouse. And then this is something that I knew of the original, but I have not seen this. So there was this Burke and Hare. This is a story that's been told for a while, and I'm pretty sure there was a comedy about it just a few years back. Just a few years back, I think there was a comedy. So this one here, Kino Lorber's putting out Birkenhair. This is one that I want to check out. Definitely want to check out. I like the story, Birkenhair story here, or whatever that comedy was. I think I remember liking that one. So it was like this one. Let's see, what does it say? So I love the artwork. That's the original movie poster. Kino Lorber does a fantastic job at using a lot of those old original movie posters. But this is one. It comes out in April. $30 price point right out the bat. Now the Kino Lorber stuff, you always find it in the $20-ish price range, and then it goes on sale. It's right around 17, 18 bucks. So that's kind of what I expected. Looks like we're just getting a Blu-ray with this one here, but it says a pair of enterprising street thugs provide anatomical specimens to the Edinburgh Medical College. So they're grave robbing is what they're really doing. It says often robbing graves and recently dead, sometimes even more nefarious methods. So yeah, that was the thing. They were grave robbers, and then they couldn't source enough bodies. So I think they started killing people. I think that's what the story was. But that's something that's high on my radar. I would definitely check that one out. But I think like I have vague memory of that other one, and so I think the who was it? It was the guy. I gotta look it up because I'm gonna be thinking about that for the rest of the afternoon. It was Burke working here. Yeah, so in 2010 it was yeah, dark comedy, true crime, satire. Yeah, 100%. I would definitely check that one out. And it's Bill Bailey, Tom Wilkinson, Michael Smiley, Tim Curry. Yeah, fantastic cast in here. Simon Pegg, Andy Serkis. Yeah, that one, the 2010 version, I'm probably gonna have to track that down now because I want to rewatch it. But that original, I'm gonna check that one out too. I don't know if it was listed as a comedy as well, or if it takes the more serious tone, but definitely interested in it. Adolfo says a good way to buy expensive 4K is to use reward points. I do that and buy $60 to $100 releases. Oh yeah, 100%. That's the best way to do it. You can do reward points now through Shout Factory. That's why I'm doing a lot more of the lot less of the Amazon purchases and a lot more of direct from the studios. Even though you do have to pay for all that up front when you order from Amazon, they charge you when it ships, and so you're able to manage pre-orders a lot better, I think. But then FOMO purchases can get really out of hand quickly if you're just paying for everything up front. But if you're ordering through the company, I save a ton of money. So my Deep Blue Sea, I had a bunch of credit on that, and so I think like all in all, I think I ended up paying like $28 ish in that range. Like I know it was a huge discount on Deep Blue Sea because of the rewards points that I had. So Shout Factory does it, Arrow Video does it. I'm sure a bunch of other places are doing it now. So yeah, buying direct is definitely the way to go. Let's see. Oh, you're getting rewards points from credit cards. Oh, I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think of that. But yeah. That's a good way to do it too. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Saving my rewards for the rest of Animator 4K. Nice. Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's going to be a good release there. Anyone know a movie that was filmed live action, but they colored it like it looks animated? Nothing's come ringing a bell right now, but I'm sure there's been plenty. Like there's that one with Keanu Reeves and who's that guy that yells all the time? The InfoWars guy. They did the movie, and it was like cell shaded. Like I don't think it was live action, but it was like kind of like cartoon, but they were drawn like them. And so like I don't remember what that movie was called, but yeah, that was the only one that's kind of ringing a bell now. Oh, there you go. Yeah, A Scanner Darkly. Yeah. That's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah. It's been a long time since I've seen that one. So we've got that, and then we've got Night's War, Birkenhair, Better Man. So now this is one that's getting a couple releases. Better Man seems to have it has a looks like a regular studio release. Why won't this get off? What's over here? All right, so Better Man's getting looks like 2 releases, getting a Paramount Presents release and look like a regular studio release. Now, this is definitely it's not a me movie. It's probably fun at some point, but at no point. And I like monkeys. I like gorillas. That's my thing. I big fan, but I like them in kind of monster movies. I like the Planet of the Apes films. Like I like that type of stuff. But this just kind of didn't really hit it home for me. I don't know. I've seen the trailer and I'm definitely going to pass on this one. But it's coming out April, and it's got a few releases. But it also has that Paramount Presents. So if you're trying to collect all the Paramount Presents, just know that that version's also coming out, and I think around the same time. So this one I clicked on. Oh, this looks like the UK version. Okay, maybe I wasn't paying attention. So I think we're maybe just getting that one. Let's still check. Oh yeah, that is there. Let's see. Better Man. Is it one, 2 words? Let's see. Oh yeah, so yeah, the UK is getting a release. Germany's getting a release. Let's see. Yeah, a couple releases throughout the countries, but we are getting a Paramount Presents, and so that one here, $40. I don't know if you're a Paramount Presents collector, it totally makes sense. If you like the film, it obviously makes sense. It looks fun. It looks like there's a huge level of fun there, but that's just not where I'm at. Like, just give me the King Kong stories. Like, I like my gorillas to be kind of in the beasts and the monsters and the over the top stuff like that. But this one here, humanizing an animal, making him a singer, rock star. I don't know if I need that. Maybe if I was a kid, I'd probably be more into that one. Let's see. We got that one. And then, yeah, I don't know if any of you guys saw that at all, but yeah, it's just not there. Now, here's something I'm really excited to talk about. Now, I'm excited for a couple reasons because I think this one's going to bring in the same complaints and the controversy that kind of happens when some of these movies get re-released, especially from the same company. Now, I'm on the fence about it. So, like, if you're going to release something that you've released before, like, I want to have new stuff, like not just packaging, like extra packaging, better box set, like stuff like that's great. But then I also want some new features. And in the past, when companies have done that, a lot of times they just re-release something from Blu-ray to 4K. You're just getting a very bare bones, basic, no extra artwork, no nothing new, no extra special features, and then that's it. And you're paying either the same or double for or more for just to get an upgrade on a slight upgrade. Now this movie here, Stir of Echoes. So this one came out of imprint. Now a bunch of people have released this. It's been out on 4K, but they put this out on Blu-ray a while back, and this is spine number 91 in the imprint collection here. Now they just announced that they're going to be doing the 4K, and I think they're handling it okay. Now, if you don't have the film, obviously it's a no-brainer. You want to get it. This is going to be a definitive edition. It's a nice box set. I've got all the information here. I'm going to pull it up in a second, but this is what they put out before. So this is the artwork, and this is the Blu-ray that they put out. And I'm going to be getting the 4K box set, and then this version, I'm going to give it away. So now this is the same Blu-ray that's going to be coming in this new box set here, and all the special features. This is the exact same, I'm pretty sure, exact same transfer, same Blu-ray, everything that was here before, all these features, this artwork as well is what's going to be included in the new one. And then the box set is going to use this artwork here. But then with the 4K, there's more special features and not a ton. So it's like, if you are a special features guy, then this makes sense. Most people aren't going to double dip. And I completely understand that. But one thing I really appreciate that they're doing where other companies have not, like Shout Select put out a version, and I don't remember the exact numbers, but they put out a version of the Bill and Ted movies. And then they later on put out like a 4K version of one of them or two of them. And then so in the Shout Select line, those earlier Blu-rays are one number, and then the 4Ks that were put out are a different number. And so if you're trying to collect, all of the Shout stuff, it didn't just replace those original ones, that number. So this one here is spine number 91. And so if you are upgrading or you are trying to collect all these, the new one is also going to be spine number 91. And so that's something, a little touch that I actually appreciate for them. But I understand not everybody's going to be into this. And that is usually the conversation of like, why are we getting another version? But not everybody got this. Not everybody, not everybody buys things from Australia, and then Australia I don't think they didn't put out a 4K of this. I don't remember who did put out the 4K recently. So it makes sense that they're getting it. You don't have to buy this, but I'm definitely going to be buying this. I've always been a fanboy of imprint. How like there's like your Criterion guys and your Scream Factory guys. I've always been an imprint guy. Always love the films, and I like the a lot of the 70s cinema that they put out is I've been really diving into that stuff. Let's see, what do we got here? So Stir of Echoes, it's got some I don't think a ton of new features, but I think there's at least two, and then there is new artwork on the 4K version as well. So we have this. So and it's coming with a nice big chunky box set here. And those are always great. I love the big chunky box sets. 2 discs, 2 separate cases, and then the hard rigid box set. I think for me is absolutely perfect. But then what you are getting new, I think, is let's see. I can pull up my email. I got more information on that. But I think there's like specifically there's 2 new features that weren't there before. But yeah, this is definitely getting this nice big chunky box set. So again, if you already have the film, you have the imprint film, maybe this isn't going to be a huge upgrade for you. But if you don't have this film at all, this is probably going to be the more definitive edition and the one I would go to. Let's see. We have that, and then real quick, let's see. I can pull up because I got the email with the information of what is the new information. Let's see. Would have been good if I had that already, but I don't. All right, so Stir of Echoes. Nope, that's not it. I'm not sharing anything. All right. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let me zoom in a little bit. There we go. All right, so the 4K, you're getting Visions of the Past, Making of Stir of Echoes, interview with writer-director, establishing shot interview with cinematographer and director, Flipping the Switch, directing Stir of Echoes, Maggie's Memories, Inside Stir of Echoes, Opening the Door, designing Stir of Echoes, Mind's Eye, Beneath the Trance special effects. So in that's for the 4K, and then the Blu-ray only had some of that stuff. So the Blu-ray has, let's see, the Mind's Eye, the special effects, the paranormal. Let's see, zoom out a little bit. Yeah, so it doesn't include, so you got the Visions of the Past, Making of Stir of Echoes seems to be new. It might not be a whole new thing. Oh yeah, it says 2024. So that is new. It seems like a completely new for 2024, both of those things. So the other ones were done for 2021 for this release, and this is an older release. So that's another thing I forgot to mention. This is, I think, came out in 2021 or 2022. But yeah, 2024. So those are the 2 new things that are included in the 4K that are not included in this. So if you are a features guy, this is one of your favorite films, it is the more definitive edition. All right, now move on from there. Close that out. All right, we got that. Betterman imprint films. Let's see. And 88 Films, the American Pie stuff. So we're going to talk about that in just a second. So like I said, I like the American Pie stuff, but I just picked up the Blu-ray finally. I don't know if I need all of it, but I do. I kind of like that first 4K they put out. I like the artwork there. Thomas says, I volunteer as tribute for the Stir of Echoes giveaway. Yeah, somebody's already got dibs on that, but I got you hooked up anyway. Thomas. I got something for you. Morning, Dave. Morning, brother. Morning. Let's see. And Dave, I love imprint box sets. I love imprint altogether. I was like, it's like out of all the stuff, like my imprint wraps all the way around, and it's like mostly behind me. I don't have every title, but I would. Like if like it was like one of those things, if money was no object, I would have every imprint title. I'm a big fan, and I like a lot of that stuff, like the slower 70s stuff, the slow burn cinema, the stuff that people can't get into. Sometimes I just like a break. And like today, I was watching stuff that was more in the comedy vein because I've been watching so many heavy movies lately that I just needed a break. I needed a break. And then after last night, I watching Brotherhood of the Wolf. Fantastic film, but 2.5 hours at like 3 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, "Oh, I can't do it. I need to get some like comedy in my blood." But yeah, that was great. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of like darker stuff, a lot of drama heavy filled, like definitely stuff that just I think it just takes a lot out of you. Like films for me, I don't know about you guys, but films for me, like when I watch it, not that I really like base my emotions off of it, but like I leave the film in the mood that the film was. And so like if it's a heavy drama piece with lots of yelling, like not that I'm going to turn into this raging monster, but I kind of leave sometimes in a bad mood. And then if I watch a comedy, like, I'm kind of goofy the rest of the day. So like I kind of have that going for me. So yeah, I was like, I kind of had to revamp it. But yeah, for sure, for sure. Paul says, best thing I ever bought from Australia are the Umbrella Drive-In Delirium Blu-rays. Nice, nice. Nice. Yeah, I got to check those out. I get some stuff from Australia. I mean, obviously, I get tons of the imprint stuff, but the Umbrella, I don't have a ton of Umbrella stuff. I got a few of the standard releases. What was the one? There's one goofy one that I freaking loved. It was this rubber monster suit alien thing that they find in the ground. It's really dumb, but I freaking loved it. Oh, I forget the name of it. Let's see. See. I know I have it over there, but I have a few of the like just the regular standard releases, but then the Mario, Super Mario Brothers box set from Umbrella. I had to have that. The Master Universe set, absolutely love that. And there's a few titles that I still want to get, but I was going to pick up the Ninja Turtle set that they put out last year. But then I was like, I really had the speculation. I said, if Caligula's getting a giant box set, Super Mario Brother did, Master Universe did, and then we're getting like nothing for Turtles. Either they plan on putting out like a really big comprehensive 4K box set for something next year, or somebody else is. And so it's just like, I don't know. I kind of get that vibe because they only put out the 3 pack. They put out the first one on Blu-ray and had this Stinkovision smell it scratch and stiff sticker, and then they put out the 3 movies in like a little nice pack with like cartoon art as the cover. And so like I was very tempted, but I'm thinking we're getting a pretty big box set. So other than that, I think Tank Girl was like one of the other ones that I really missed out on that I wanted but I didn't get. And yeah, other than that, I haven't gotten too many things from Australia except for imprint. Like I go all in sometimes. But then the other one, it was this goofy rubber monster suit. Let's see, where is it? Let's see. What's it called? Oh, Psycho Gorman. So that's a movie that it's definitely a Saturday afternoon movie. It's not for everybody. It's a little over the top. There's these kids. I think the kids are foul mouthed too, but it's like these foul mouthed kids, like they're playing in the backyard, they're digging this hole. The girl's kind of a bully to her brother, digging the hole. They find this demon they find this thing and they open it up and then they start controlling the Psycho Gorman. It's this guy in this rubber monster suit who wants to kill everybody. So then he's got a bad attitude because he wants to kill all the people in the world, but then she's controlling him so he can't. So he like reluctantly, and then he's also foul mouthed. It's just schlocky rubber monster suit stuff and a little bit of martial arts mixed in. It's an oddball movie, not for everybody, but I freaking love that one. And then yeah, I got some like weird ones. I was like, I gotta check them out. So yeah, my Umbrella collection is not big either. Let's see. Chris Johnson, morning. What is that Never Ending Story set? Well, that is the Never Ending Story 4K box set deluxe edition from Imprint Films, which I just happen to be talking about. And it has all the extras and goodies. So there's like giant poster, there's the art cards and the movie lobby cards. They have those in there. They have the press release kit. It was a reprint copy or replica of the press release. So they have all that information in there in the replica size box from the book. But then in there is just a nice 4K it's this size 4K, but then it's got a lenticular cover, and it includes multiple cuts of the film, the 4K, it's Blu-ray, tons of information, tons of extra features, and it's just this size, so that's huge. But yeah, it's one, and they still have a few left, so it's very pricey, but for me, it's worth it. The definitive edition, I just had to have it, but I don't go that big on a lot of my releases. Like if every one of my favorites ever got put out in like a big expensive set like that, I still wouldn't go all in. That's a childhood favorite that since I was a boy, I wanted that book. So it just hit me in all the nostalgia for sure. High recommend though. Thomas, sounds like you need some horror anthology in your life. Yeah, that's the thing, brother. I have body bags. Like that's pretty much where I'm at with horror anthology. I'm not an anthology guy, but I'll try. I'll give anything a watch. I'll try anything once at least. Have you watched that body bag? Yeah. 100%. It's a beautiful, beautiful picture. Great. I love it. Yeah, that was an easy watch. I like body bags. Yeah. So we got that, and then I think that's going on. I think that's it. Let's see. Oh, it's the 88 films. So we got the 88 films. Now this is one that I know a lot of people are excited for. Now, like I said, I grew up in that time where I was just finishing high school, right around the time that the first one came out. So this entire franchise, I watched all the films as they came out. Definitely a different time in my life. Like obviously, and now Garrett was talking about this exact same thing last night on his show, where he saw the first film, right around high school. He had the same mentality that the kids did in that film, and then when he saw some of the later ones, it was different times in his life. So these films kind of grew with him, and so like as by the time he got to Wedding and Reunion, he was also in different times in his life, and it's the same. I think it's the same thing for me as well. It's like it just worked out. The time I was graduating is about the time that first film was coming out, and so it just kind of worked as well. Now I liked them. I liked them at the time. I don't hate any of these films. I think Bandcamp. I don't know if I love that one, but I think they're fine. I think all these movies are fine. I just don't think I need them. I'm not a huge fan of the artwork. Am I sharing the screen? Yeah, I am sharing the screen. So yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of all this artwork. I love the first one that they put out with a silhouette of her and then the pie covering her nether regions there. I think that was great. But then this American Pie 2, I don't know. I'm not a fan. But I was like, if you guys are, totally, I get it. But this one here, you're getting American Pie 2 4K Blu-ray. But then American Pie Wedding, you're only getting a Blu-ray. And American Pie Presents, only a Blu-ray. And American Pie Reunion. Now, it's going to cost less. Like that question was asked earlier, like, why are these not getting a 4K? I can understand why that's frustrating for some people. I think they're going to be great, whatever restoration or scan that they might have done. I haven't looked into it, but when you do a new 2K or 4K scan, even a restoration on a Blu-ray, I still think it looks pretty solid. So overall, I think you're going to get an amazing picture, but I can understand the frustration of wanting, if one's in 4K, I want them all in 4K. It happens to me all the time, so I totally get it. But like I said, I don't know if I even need all these films. I like the second one. I know because I only ever had until just a few months ago, I only ever had the first two movies. And that was it. So that's my take on the entire thing. But these are coming out from 88 Films, and I only have the one 88 Films. I still got to get the other ones. But this is coming out in May, and it's including one movie, two cuts. That's also a big plus there. Dolby Vision, HDR10, native 4K. So that's going to make a lot of people happy there. Probably chock full of special features. But then we go here to the Wedding. So 1080p doesn't say, I mean, if you go into there, it might have some information on the restoration maybe. But I'm not sure. But yeah, this is something that, like I said, I don't know if I need them. I don't know if I need them, but I know a lot of people are excited about them. And this one here, let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go back to 88 Films because other than I glanced over the other stuff. So there were some other things that I think I was a little bit more interested in than the American Pie stuff. And this is right here. So we have 88 Films, the upcoming titles. So there's also Shut Up, I Love You, Erotic Sex Games, Sunset Warriors, Seed People, Crime Story on 4K, and Lady of the Law. So out of all those movies, I mean, Sunset Warriors might be pretty dope. But out of all those movies, like I was 100% in on Crime Story and Lady of the Law. And so these ones here, again, they come out in May. But one, I like the artwork on here, and I don't have enough Jackie Chan films. Like I have Drunken Master. I think that's probably it. I think. And then I have the I don't even have Rumble in the Bronx, but I have the Chris Tucker ones there, the Rush Hour movies. I love those movies. Like I'm a diehard Rush Hour fan. Now the first one I think is the absolute best, but then the other ones I have them. I have that box set. It has a little slip cover on it. Not a bad overall design, but I've had that. If a 4K came out, I don't think I need to upgrade because I don't watch them that often, but I love those films. But this one here, Crime Story, is something that I think I kind of need it, but I don't know. I don't know. It's one that I know nothing about it. I know nothing about it, but I would add it. So this one here, I like the artwork on here. I like what they're doing. It's definitely reminiscent. I mean, I'm sure this is computer art and maybe even AI. I know a lot of companies are going that route, but it is reminiscent of the older movie posters. So I'm definitely a fan of whatever they're doing. It doesn't look wonky. So if it is AI, like it's not off-putting like some of the AI art has been. And this one here is an HDR movie. Resolution native 4K, HDR, Dolby Vision, HDR10. Yeah, yeah, definitely check this one out. And then let's see if there's anything. Let's see, 88 films. Let's see. Just keep saying British distributors, 88 films. I was looking for like a little synopsis. Oh, there it is. Infamous Eddie Chan, member of the Hong Kong's crime squad, assigned to protect a millionaire real estate developer threatened with kidnapping by a powerful triad of groups. Okay, yeah, that sounds like I would watch it. Definitely in. So there's that one, and then this one here, Lady of the Law, another one that I'm interested in. Love the artwork, and again, more of that Hong Kong cinema. I'm in. I'm in. The other ones, I mean, I might check them out at some point, but those are the ones that were really on my radar for sure. Got those, and then Thomas says, I just grabbed that Rush Hour trilogy set in Blu-ray. Yeah. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Big fan. So we got that. So yeah. And then this one here, Love Hurts. Now this one here, and I'm not gonna, because I butcher names. I'm horrible with names, and I'm not even gonna try. But Data from Goonies, Key, whatever the rest of his name is. Love that guy. But the one he just won awards for, that movie, everyone was praising it. And I was like, I've seen the trailer. It does not look like a me movie, the Everything Everywhere All at Once movie. I might just be an old miserable guy just being miserable about that movie for whatever reason. But everyone says it's great and everyone says I should watch it. I just haven't, and I kind of don't want to. But this movie, because of that, he's been getting a lot more work. It seems like he's definitely, buzz. Like all of a sudden, everybody knows his name, even though I can't say his name because I'm just that guy. And but yeah, so Key's in this movie, but then it's definitely an interesting cover. I like what they did with the cover here. It's getting a 4K release. I saw the trailer and I was in on it. I was definitely in on it. It seems like we've seen this type of movie before, where he was an assassin or this really like you know guy you don't want to mess with kind of guy, and then he's retired, giving all that up, and he's just kind of trying to live a peaceful life. But then everybody comes back and they're trying to fight him, and now he's got to fight everybody. And it looked like it had a good mix of humor with the fighting and the martial arts, and just I don't know. I was kind of into this movie, so this is a high on my radar. I don't think it's a day one purchase, but I do. I like the artwork there, even though it's very simplistic. I hate the big ugly banner, like I say all the time. I think that's dumb. But Love Hurts, this movie, if you haven't checked it out, check out the trailer because it definitely has the martial arts and the humor, and it just seems like it's right up my alley. But for almost $30, I don't think I need it. There's also a Blu-ray coming out, and it's a newer shot movie, so the Blu-ray is probably going to look fantastic, but I would probably opt for the 4K to get the best possible resolution. Let's see. Michael says Crime Story is very good. Yeah, yeah. It's been on my radar a little. I just have never seen it. Sith the Brick. If a title is released that you don't have on both 4K and Blu-ray at the same time, do you go one way over the other? Most of the time, if I don't have the film at all in my collection, 100%, or at least if I have it on Blu-ray, and there's rules for that where like if I love it, maybe it'll get an upgrade to the 4K, especially if it's a sale. But then a lot of the Blu-rays I just haven't, like Crank. I rewatched that. I picked it up for $2, and I have zero reason to get the 4K. I think the Blu-ray looks fine, and then it's got all those like lens flares and like different weird shot things that just kind of look funny. It has a look to it where I don't think I need it on 4K. So there's that aspect. But if I don't have the film on Blu-ray or 4K, and there's a movie that comes out, I always go for the 4K if I can, if it's available. Now, if I just happen to be in a store, and it's harder to do because now most everything is online, but if I just happen to be in the store and there's only a Blu-ray option, and I really, really, really want to see the film, I've just picked up that Blu-ray and been fine. And I haven't like wanted the 4K or double dipped, especially on a newer film. But like Megan came out, I wanted the 4K. It only released with the Blu-ray. I waited, and then finally a 4K came out. So I got that one. But then another one, it was a newer film. I don't remember what it is now, but there was a newer one that the Blu-ray came out. I picked up the Blu-ray, and then the 4K came out like a month or two later, and it didn't even bother me. I know a lot of people were mad about it, but I was like, it still looks good. It looks really good. So it just kind of all depends on how I feel about it. But 99% of the time, it is I opt for the 4K always if I don't have the film in my collection at all. Let's see, what do we got? Back in the day, 88 Films released Crime Story on Blu-ray with limited slipcover plus booklet. First 2000. This is just the 4K cash grab. Yeah, and I can see your point, and I can see people's argument for that, but I don't have the film. So it was like, yes, it could be a cash grab, but there's tons of people that don't have this film. And that's why when I brought up this, I know that there's people that have Stir of Echoes. There's people that love this film so much that when this was announced, that even though they're not big into importing movies or even imprint films specifically, they picked this film up. And so wanting to double dip and get that 4K, I totally see that conversation. But then I was like, a buddy of mine who I'm going to end up giving this film to him, he didn't have it. So he was like, hey man, Sir of Echoes getting a 4K. And I was like, I already kind of see the people complaining about it. But he's like, well, I don't have the film, so I wouldn't complain. And I said, I'm not complaining. I'm getting it. And I'll just give you mine. And so like, there is that aspect. I totally get, if you have the film, I could see where it feels like a cash grab, but it was like the amount of people that are just now getting into the hobby, it's more and more all the time. Like I know Frank over at Frank's Media and Reviews there, great dude, great dude. He's said a few times that he got back into it, and so there's a ton of stuff that he's missed out on. And so like, yeah, there's that aspect. But I've been collecting for 27 years with a brief slowdown when I was in the Navy, but I never really stopped. So I have a ton of films, and it's hard. Like I have some of these films where like the VHS is easy to upgrade, but I have tons of these films on DVD where I think they're just fine. I enjoy them in this room on an older TV. And so I was like, I don't see the need to upgrade. So I totally see where you're coming from. But at the same time, like I see where people never had this before. John, I keep seeing Hunted and Bug at the top of the screen. Would you recommend those? Hunted is great. Hunted is absolutely fantastic. Now, Bug, it was a distracted watch. So when I saw it, it was on the ship when I was in the Navy. I watched it. It was distracted. So it's been high on my radar, and I want to get it and check it out. But it's something that I missed out on the imprint version a while back. Now this 4K is coming out. That's probably what I'll get unless I can find a good deal on eBay for the out of print imprint version. But that's a movie that I know a lot of people like it, and it seems to have been like a little bit of a cult film. But it's something I can't really even tell you what it's about. I saw bits and pieces of it. It was heavily distracted, and it was just like it was in the middle of. I was trying to watch the film, but then something broke, and then I had to go and keep fixing it, and then we take a break from fixing it to then test it, and then so I was getting to bits and I don't even remember what it's 100% about. So it's just something I need to revisit. But 100% Hunted, fantastic film, fantastic. Let's see, Spinal Tap on the marquee tonight. Nice, nice. Now that's one that I know it comes up every now and again, but it was like that's one I haven't seen since my video rental store days. So that one had a screener tape, and so like that's one that I remember. I remember the screener of that, and I think that's like the only way I've ever watched it was that screener tape. And so yeah, that's something. I was like, I don't know if I need now you say it, I'll probably revisit it. I'll probably revisit it very soon. I don't know if I need to own it, but I definitely think I think I should give it a rewatch. I think I should give it a rewatch. And then there's that. All right. So then, all right, let's bring the conversation. So we covered all the new stuff, all the new announcements. I mean, maybe not everything, but the things that I had on my radar, things that I was noticing. Let's real quick. I thought there was a few things that didn't make this list that might have been announced or like in the rumor mill. So let me go to Twitter real quick, do that, and then we got the giveaways to talk about and some stuff for the store. Like I got I got a question because I asked the members about stuff earlier, and I want your opinion. You guys are here every Saturday. If you don't buy anything, that's totally fine. I totally get it, but opinions are always welcome. So let's see. What is this? Let's see. What does Dawn of the Discs have to say this week? Put you away. All right, so this one, Steelbook, I think we've seen this before. The pre-orders are up. Let's see. And this is a movie. It's been high on my radar. I really want to see this one. Let's see. I think I want to take a copy there. All right, so we got this. All right, this one. So it's the. I don't know if I can make this bigger. Did I make it bigger? Yeah. Okay. So this one here, the Flight Risk movie. Now, one, I think it's it just looks like a whole level of fun, and it reminded me of when I saw the trailer for this. I tracked down Fear. I love that movie. Hadn't seen it in forever, and just like it was like, when was the last time we saw Mark Wahlberg in the villain role? And so I was like, I got to get Fear. Love that movie on the revisit, and so this one here is high on my radar. I want to see it. But then I was hearing, so I thought it was just a style choice by the character and like how they wrote the character and the fact that he's bald. No, apparently it was Mark Wahlberg's idea from the little bit of an interview that I saw. Like apparently it was his idea. That's how he wanted to play it. And then they shaved his head. They didn't give him a bald cap. They shaved his head. And then he was at some kind of event. I don't remember what the event was. It was like some kind of sporting event or something. And then it was like his brother or somebody he knew was going to jokingly like take his hat off, but like not. And everybody was forgetting that he was bald for the movie. And so like, last minute, like, he almost did, but didn't. And he was like, oh crap. Or he was going to take his hat off or something. It was just kind of funny that like he did this. And then I didn't see anything about it. Like a lot of times, like I know when, Johnny Depp was doing the Pirates of the Caribbean role and he had all this stuff in his teeth, he would go grocery shopping like with it, and like, people would notice. And he talked about that before, but how I never heard anybody, like I didn't see any pictures, like maybe that stuff was about, but the first time I ever saw his bald head like that was in the trailer, and I thought that was pretty awesome. So this is a movie that I'm really looking forward to, but I don't know. I haven't read any reviews on it. I kind of want to don't like if you guys recommend it, I'm in. But like other than that, like I don't want any spoilers for the film. I just want to kind of get into this one, and so I've just been waiting for this to come out on physical media. But then I don't know if this is the only version. Like if it's a steelbook only, I hate those steelbook onlys. Even though this is cool, I think I want a standard version. If not, maybe I'll rent it online or something. It's just one of those things. I just won't be buying the steelbook. Cool though, if you're a steelbook collector. I like the fact that there's a little slip cover, and then when you remove it, it shows the reveal of his bald head, which is super awesome, I think. So there's that one. This one's got some cool artwork. I don't know anything about this one. This one's from 1945. Let's see. Got a bunch of people that I'm not even familiar with, but we have beautiful looking artwork here. Something I would definitely check out. Dead of Night from 1945. Sure, I'll check that out. I mean, obviously, I'll check out the trailer, read up on it. I'm not going to blind buy this, but interesting. Interesting enough. Interesting enough. Got that one, and then some stuff. Shark Skin Man and Peach Hip Girl. That sounds like something I would definitely give a watch. It's coming out of Third Window. Looks like the pre-order's up. There's a link for Amazon there. And this is the stuff we talked about earlier. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, we've talked about all that other stuff. Those are the things I didn't hit up with those two movies, but specifically this one here, Flight Plan, is one that I want to check out. So we got that stuff. Or Flight Risk. Flight Risk is what it's called. Thomas says Flight Risk is awesome, slipcover and combo. Yeah, it does have a nice slipcover there. All right, so we got those things. Now, question. So I gave this this poll to I did a member poll, and so we have the membership here on YouTube, and then we have the membership on the Fourth Wall store. And I talk about that all the time. But so I did a member poll here on YouTube, and then the poll was for like merchandise for the store. Do you want to see more stuff like this, where it's like more like simple and plain movie quotes and things that you might be attached to? And if so, we'll figure out couple movies to you guys recommend movie quote or specific movies you want like a cool quote from. But I got a shirt. I do have a shirt coming. I already got a Leon shirt, but this one here, I don't know, because I don't own the artwork. I didn't do this. This was somebody took the movie screen they took a screenshot from the movie and then they ran it through some kind of like program, or they drew it or whatever. I don't own this, so I got this shirt. So this is one I won't make, but if I could do stuff like this, would you guys be interested? And it would be taking movie scenes and then cartoonizing them. So making them look like cartoons. And so this is the one I have, but I don't think I could sell this one because I don't own the artwork. But that's Leon. I love the movie. This is my thing. But it's stuff like this where it's like cartoony or in an anime style. Would you guys be interested in that? Because then I've been doing stuff like this and just kind of checking it in, but we have some new stuff as well. So I was like, out of the poll questions I asked, let's see, I asked the members earlier, and I got their feedback. And
in some ways, a celebrity.
That was the Maya Hawke thing. Let's see. But I asked the members, and both of the ones that voted, they said because not everybody voted. I think we have 6 members, only 2 votes I think were on it, and so the 2 votes that were there said everything. Shut up. Okay. The 2 votes that they had said they wanted everything. So the questions I asked, so it wasn't really like leaning me into what I should do first. So what we have here, let's see, should post. All right. So plain shirts with movie quotes, or more older stuff that's just I can get the copyright for it, or I can I don't have to pay a ton of money to have the copyright to get these like older movie posters and stuff like that, or cartoon movies, where I take like I said, I take the movie scene and I can get it cartoonized, or have I know a lot of artists, they're comic book artists, so I can also pay to have them draw up like a movie scene or draw something, so I can have that artwork put on shirts. We can have that. And then the other thing was or everything. And so everybody that voted said everything. So I don't know if you guys are interested in any of that stuff, but that's the goal. And then we're going to roll into the new stuff that we got for the store, and then we're going to do the giveaways from the store. We're going to give away, I think we're going to give away 2 shirts and 3 mugs today. So, because like I said, there's I want to pay it back. So let's see, how I want to do this. So it's like before I talked about just doing like a members giveaway and then like a regular giveaway, and I don't want to do that either. If you are a member and you are here and you win something, then you can choose from the member only. So if I'm like, we're going to do a shirt, you can choose the member only shirt. But I'm just going to do the giveaways for you guys that are here 100%. So if you're here today and you want in, just put when I say, hey, this is what we're going to give away, just put in 1 in the chat and we'll figure that out. So let me pull up the name generator there. But then links are always in the bottom down below for the store site. Let me go into this, open a new tab, and get out of the administrator. Oops. Okay. All right. There we go. So share this. I got to update it a little bit, but I have added a bunch of new stuff that I haven't had there, and so we're going to be able to draw for some of that new stuff yet. So if you guys win, you'll end up getting it before I do because I haven't even got my samples yet, and I have to pay for those. Like I pay for all that stuff. So then this here, anything you win, you'll get a link to the store, and it's all covered. You don't have to pay for anything. It works out really well. We've been doing it for quite a while. And I only did it live on the giveaway last time. And somebody, and I don't remember who it was, I have to look back. Somebody won last month and they never hit me up to claim what they won. So I was like, if you won, I'll look back and figure out who it did. But yeah, hit me up and we'll take care of you there. But here is the store. Let me double check this. I signed in. Let's see. Kind of not signed in. All right, let's see. All right, so here's the store site, and link is always down below, fourth wall. You can also join the membership here, get membership discounts, and we have it's like Patreon. There's posts and members only videos here that don't make it to YouTube, but here are the new stuff that we have. And we're not giving away a hoodie, we're giving away t-shirts today, but we have the new t-shirt here. Ask me about my format. So we have the Betamax, the VHS, the Laserdisc, and the CED. And then we have the this little happy Be Kind Rewind guy on the sleeve. So we have that. We have different different colors here. We have the yellow, the red, and the blue. I'm not sure if we're going to keep all the colors, but right now those ones I think are pretty standard. They look pretty fine, or pretty okay there. And then we have the Be Kind Rewind guy there. So that's one of the new ones. And then I got this because this bad boy is in public domain, free use. So I have the Steamboat Willie inside of the TV, the boob tube there, and that shirt's going on. I didn't put anything on the sleeve. Yeah, Saturday Afternoon is the only thing that I put on the sleeve here. So we have that as well. Then we have the artwork here from Laurel and Hardy. Another one that it's an older piece that I was able to get. Yeah, just classic. I like a lot of these older films. I like these movie posters. I think they're top notch. So we have that type of stuff. Let's see. And believe it or not, this one is available for me to use. So I was like, I double checked a million times, and yeah. So one of my all-time favorites. Absolutely love the film. Love this. I can't do anything else from the film, but I could do this. And there's like one picture that they released for the press of her in a hat that I guess I could use too. Like that one comes under like some kind of different kind of copyright thing. But then we have the Dracula for the Horror Hound guys, the Horror Hound fans. We got a couple colors here on the Dracula tee. Got stuff like that. So we're gonna be able to give away some of this stuff today, even the new stuff. So like, I think yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're only gonna give away some new shirts, and I'll let you guys pick. If you win a shirt, I'll give you a selection of like 3 shirts that you could choose from. See, we got the Kind Rewind ones, and then Reptilicus. This is another one. So that's one of the ones we're going to be giving away today. You can choose from that one, and it's not limited. So if there's 3 winners, 3 shirts, 3 winners, everybody wants Reptilicus, everybody gets it. That's how it's going to work today. And then we have this is the members only crew shirt here, 82 crew. And there's only one solid color. You got the 80s made, and it says 82 crew here on the sleeve. And so that's a members only shirt. And then that's a lot of the older stuff. So I was like, if you want some of the older stuff, you can always choose from that as well. And then for the 80, yeah, this one here, members only product as well as in the hoodie. Same thing. So yeah, those are the options. So the Dracula, the Breakfast at Tiffany's, the Laurel and Hardy, not the mouse. That's too pricey to send out. And then the Betamax one here, the Ask Me About My Format. Those are the ones. And then the mug that I'm drinking from right now, that's going to be also part of the giveaway. All right, let's see. Let's see. Goose. Morning. Tipping my toes into Kino Lorber because of your recent streams. Nice. Looking forward to the new John Candy movies pre-ordered. Are their restorations as good as Arrow Video? I think their restorations are top notch. I have not had a single issue with any of the restorations, and the only one that when you start looking at like some of the blogs that do reviews, they don't do any videos or talk about that stuff, but there's a ton of blogs that were talking about their restoration of Out of Sight. That's that George Clooney, Jennifer Lopez film. When you actually look at that, that film was recorded in an experimental way. Like there's like lens flares, and then there's like zoom in, there's some blurry stuff going on, and that's exactly how the film was recorded. You can see it back on VHS and stuff, and then you can actually read a few articles talking about that, like way back when. It's like from the 90s. I think it's from the 90s or early 2000s. So Out of Sight, I freaking love the film. But on the 4K, a lot of this stuff was super noticeable, and there's a ton of people that had never seen it before. So there was a ton of people that claimed it was a bad transfer, but it was it was shot in like experimental things. Like the director was just doing stuff to do stuff, and so that has some stuff that's exactly how it was recorded. So I think that the transfer on it is top notch, and you can find reviews that talk about that specifically too. That it 100% is the way it was recorded. It has nothing to do with the transfer. I think the transfer is top notch, but there's a lot of people that are saying it's a bad transfer. It's not. The rest of the ones I have, any of the ones that I have on 4K, I thought that they were really good. I don't have a ton of the 4Ks, but all my Blu-rays, I have a couple hundred now. I have not had a single problem with any of my Kinos. I think they're all top notch. Um, and then there's quite a few of them that really stand out. Like there's this old movie from the 70s, The Vikings, with I think Kirk Douglas is in that one. That if I didn't know any better, I would think that was a 4K. Like that is an incredible picture, and that's just a standard Kino Lorber Blu-ray. So yeah, 100%. I think top notch. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Sitho Brick wouldn't mind being part of the drawing. All right, nice. All right, so how this is going to work is I'll put your names. I'll put your names in the wheel, and if you win something, then you're just not in the next drawing. We're gonna do the 5 today, and then you need to get in touch with me through either Instagram or Twitter. Yeah, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, and just DM me, because I will send you a link, and all it does, it takes you to the store, and then everything's taken care of. You just check out. We've done it before, and then everything, including shipping, is completely taken care of. So we'll do that. And then obviously, out of those new options, you tell me what shirt you want out of those the t-shirts there. And then the mug is this mug. So we're gonna start off with those. What do you want to start off with? The t-shirts? You want to start off with the t-shirts and do the mugs, or you want to do it the other way around? Let's see. Here we go. Let's see. Greg, I would love ask me for about my format, please. All right. Well, let's see. Yeah, see they're great shirts. They're great shirts. So I was like, I love them. I was like, but I think they're great. We also set up the pay in 4 plan. So I know a lot of people like that stuff because it was asked. But you can pay different ways. There's different ways to pay. It's all through there's like PayPal options. I think there's an Amazon Pay option. Oh, so I got a message. There's an Amazon Pay option, and then there's the pay in 4 options as well. So there's that. So, and then I think that I got to double check. I think there's free shipping on anything over $150, but then there's discount promo codes going on right now as well. So we got that stuff. But yeah, let's do the wheel generator. Let's see, name generator. Let me put these in, and then nope, that's not it. Oh no, it's name picker. I clicked it. It was like baby names. I'm like, this is not what we're doing today. All right, here we go. I got the wheel generator. Let me see here. All right. And then, yeah, if you are a channel member, either here on Fourth Wall or on YouTube, you can choose one of the T-shirts for the members only stuff. All right, let's see. All right, we got Arthur. Craig. I'm just going to say Craig. Says, I mean, we can pick baby names too. All right, so I put TJ in here. All right, let's see. Good morning, Captain Horror. Let's see. Good morning, 80s. What's up, chat? Just woke up. Glad I don't completely miss the stream. Well, we're in here. We're doing a giveaway. I got some cool stuff right on the Fourth Wall store, so you can be part of that. And we're doing it's completely taken care of by me. And then we're giving away some T-shirts. I got some Horror Hound stuff that might be right up your alley. Some classic monster stuff. But yeah, thanks for being here. I can add you to the drawing if you want. And then the other, we're giving away 3 of these mugs today and 2 T-shirts because, like I said, we're always going to do a giveaway in the middle of the month, and I plan on giving away 2 things to you guys that are here every Saturday. But because I was sent some stuff off my Amazon wish list by subscribers and friends, that I think that I just want to pay it forward. So we're going to give away 3 extra things today. See who else is there. Arthur's already in there. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. TJ Sitho Brick. All right, see Sitho Brick. Sith Brick. All right. Johnson. I'm just going to give it J. All right. I want me MTV. That means I want in. All right. I got you, Arthur. I got you. I like those. I miss those old commercials. I want my MTV. Yeah. And Leon is one of my all-time favorite movies ever. So we got that. So yeah, if anybody else wants in, let me know. I'm gonna do this. Oh, of course, Frank wants in. Glad you're here, buddy. I even talked about you today. I don't remember what I talked about. Oh, the fact that you're just starting to get back into it, and there's a bunch of stuff that you're trying to get, and that was the conversation because so stuff gets re-released, and or they get repackaged, and there's not a lot of new stuff, and double dipping kind of sucks. But if you haven't got in, so yeah, you came up today, buddy. You came up. Let's see. And then Goose. All right, so Goose. 3838. Okay. All right. I think that's it. All right, we got that. Count me in. All right, and then Captain Horror, if you wanted to get into, I can add you. If not, no big deal. Because you just showed up. But then, real quick, for anybody that just showed, like, this is what we're doing. We're giving away two shirts and 3 mugs. I think that's what I said. Right, so let me just go back here. Let me show you what's available. And so you can just DM me through Instagram or what you call it there, Instagram or Twitter, and with your just DM me, and then I got to verify that it's you, obviously. I mean, because some people do kind of scam that sometimes. Not saying that you would, but I've heard stories where people we're not being fun, and they came in and said that there were somebody else, and so they gave away their stuff. But yeah, I'll just send you a link, and then you just click the link, and it takes you right to my store, and then it's all paid for, all done. All right, so then these are the options again for anybody that just showed up. Okay, let's see. Share the screen. Share the screen. Share. Okay. All right. So these are the things that we're giving away. Not the hoodie, but the Betamax VHS Laserdisc CED. It's the Ask Me About My Format. We're giving that away. So, and there's a couple different colors. You get to choose your size, your color, all of it. You handle it. There's no exchange of information. You just click the link, follow it, and then you get it. And then I will get an email saying that it was shipped and delivered. And there's that. And then there's this one. Then there's this Laurel and Hardy one, the original Odd Couple. Then we got the Breakfast at Tiffany's. I'm a big fan. The Dracula Horror Hound one. And then Reptilicus. So these are the standard t-shirts that we're going to be giving away. And then if you are a channel member, the few channel member options. And then TJ, that one that we talked about, that I don't know all of the logistics on that one, but that one could be included if you do win. But then Reptilicus, that's a dope shirt. I'm going to probably order that for myself, the samples for that pretty much today. Like, I freaking love that shirt. So yeah, that's another option. So those are the options. Yeah, dude, throw me in. All right, sweet. Okay. So we're going to do, yeah, we'll do the t-shirts, 2 t-shirts first, and then the mugs. Let's see. That way, I think the most amount of people will have a chance to get what I think would be most people's on, they would, the bigger prize. It's the bigger prize. So to give the most amount of people that option, because if you win, then you're not in the next drawing, obviously. So I think that's probably the most fair way to do this. And then let's see, share the screen. I think, let me know feedback if this is a good way to do it, because I think last week or last month it worked out. Everybody got their stuff minus the one person that won and never hit me up, that's still available to you. So I was like, we'll figure that out. But I think this is the best way to do it, where you get to pick. So here's the list of everybody that I think of before I go. Let's see. I guess I'm in on a shirt too. Okay, so we'll add Blue Corner in there too. Blue Corner. And then Frank, I'll have to catch up and rewatch. Yes. All right. So we got everybody. I think that's it. I said I'm gonna pull the trigger now. I know it takes like a little 30-second delay, so I'm gonna pull the trigger. But I wanted to make sure there's no last minute like jump ins. Because I do want it to be a little. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Yeah, I think I'm back on this side. I don't know what happened. Yeah. I don't know. I was just about to click trigger. Like, what a time for my internet to kind of crap out as I'm ready to pull the trigger on this and go. Maybe because I keep saying that and they're like, oh, we got to kick him off the stream. All right, so I'm going to spin the wheel. Yeah, I'm back. We're gonna spin the wheel now, and what do we got? Let's see. How do I spin this wheel? All right. So Frank got a shirt. It looks like. All right, Frank. Yeah, just hit me up, DM me, and you get to pick from one of those shirts from the site. One of those shirts will set you up. But congrats, brother. And yeah, you can pick your own color, your own shirt out of the new options that I showed off just now. Yeah, nice. Congratulations. All right, so and then remove. Oh, this is an easy little app. I like this thing. All right, so you're gone. So one shirt's down. So this drawing is for the very next shirt, and then we'll do the rest of them will be mugs. And then if you already have this mug, we got the Christmas one too. And Captain Horror, you get to pick the other shirt. So congratulations, brother. Yeah, so just DM me and then just let me know which one, because I gotta create a link for that, and then I just send it to you, and then you pick your color, you pick your size, you do all the rest, and then it just works out. All right, so we'll remove that, and then we're gonna knock this out, and then like I said, if any, because I know a bunch of you guys have bought mugs and people have these mugs. So if you already have these mugs, we'll do one of the different mugs. We'll do something. We'll set you up good. Or I got the pint glasses too. But it's like we'll figure it out. But I got the different mugs. All right, what do we got? So the next one is for mugs. I love this. Wheel of morality, turn, turn, turn. Tell us the lessons we should learn. Nice, nice. Ah, it's such a good, so good, so good. Yeah. And yeah, no problem, no problem, guys. Always just trying to give back to the community. And like I said, some people bought some stuff and sent it to me, and so like I never asked for that, and so I just my way to pay it back. My way to pay it back. I appreciate you guys, everybody. Let's see. And then so out of everybody that's left, let's see. Let's shoot for these mugs. And then we got some stuff. We got some more merch we're going to be working on for the rest of the year too. Uh, let's see. We got Ann Chris Johnston. Is that what it is? Johnson or Johnston? But congratulations! You got a mug, so you got yourself a nice little sweet '80s made mug. I love these things, and in the house we've had until this, we just had nothing but these Disney mugs, and so like pretty much every single mug in our house is either Disney or Star Wars, and then this has been my absolute favorite mug to be drinking out of. It's a nice, decent size, and I don't know. Every Saturday I'm drinking out of this mug. Big fan, big fan. So yeah, we got that, and then so there's one mug, so we got two more spins, and nice, nice. Arthur, you got a mug. Sweet, sweet. Congratulations, brother. And then the last one. What do we got? The last one here. And Craig, got yourself a mug. Nice. All right. Yeah, yeah. Congratulations, everybody. Just like I said, and I gotta verify it too. So I was like, we'll do that actually. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, we'll double check it. And I was like, I know some of you, but yeah, yeah. Hit me up. I gotta verify it you, and then I'll send you the links and we'll take care of that. But yeah, definitely. No, I was like, that was it, guys. Let me know what you think, though. Let me know what you think of the store. If you guys are liking it, you're not liking it. If I could do anything, you know, if you don't want to buy anything, I totally understand. Like you don't have to buy anything, but if there's something you'd like to see in the store, if I can make it, I can. And the thing is, I can make everything from mouse pads to hats. Like I did these the Richardson trucker hats, which I guess are considered some of the best. So I got these, but I can this it's embroidered, so this is all stitched up, and so I can do other things on here. But it's just like I said, there's certain things with copyright protection, and there's certain things that I can't do, but there's a lot of stuff that you can get around that, especially like, Nakatomi Christmas 88. Like that's what I did for that. So I'm definitely going to be putting out a little bit more of this, but I would like your guys' feedback, like some of your favorite movies. But like it has to be like if I hear the quote, I can't just sit there and go, what is that from? Like it would have to be something like super, super popular because I was like, that's the only way that it really makes sense. But I do have one shirt, it's in the works, and it is from Leon, and so it's not that. But I also am going to try to figure out how to pay artists to draw up movie scenes and do some stuff like that. So I'm going to add in some cooler stuff. But yeah, we can do everything from like throw pillows to blankets to towels. There's a King Kong, the 1933 King Kong movie poster. I got that on a towel. That's been live on the site. Nobody's bought it, but it's like I like it. But yeah, we can do all kinds of stuff. So yeah, definitely for real. Let me know, and then congrats everybody. And yes, the mug club is growing for sure, for sure. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Yeah, just guys hit me up, and then yeah, I was like, I'll keep it. I'll write everything down, everybody that won, and then we'll figure that out. Figure that out for sure. Congrats, yeah, all yeah, for sure, for sure. No, thanks everybody for being here. With that, I think we're gonna wrap it up, unless you guys had anything else. But yeah, for sure, I do want some feedback on the store site, and like I said, I do have the members only stuff, and on fourth wall. It's just like Patreon. I know it's new, and a lot of people don't like anything new, but on there we do the posts and the videos. But there is a free option, so you don't have to do a paid membership. And it's just that not all the stuff you're going to have access to, but we still do post over there. But then also it's a way to have a community very similar to a Discord, but you can message me directly through there, especially if you're on the free membership option. And so then that way, it just keeps everything in one place. So I'm like, because some people email me through, through email specifically, but then Twitter, Instagram, and I'm not on any social media other than YouTube, all day long. All the other stuff, I have the messages turned off. So I might get your stuff if I just happen to be on it right then, or I might get it, a couple days later. So there's that. But with that, it was a great stream. Congratulations to everybody that won. And then if you don't want to give any feedback here or whatever, like obviously my DMs are pretty much open for all you guys. So yeah, I shouldn't have any issue with that. With that, remember to watch a movie today, and I'll catch you guys next time.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Oh, don't give me a pat. That's fine.
To go now. Goodbye.